Direction, choose your own path.
Don't just wear anything. Wear garments that mean something.
Pay attention, stay alert, and remember, choose your own path.
This Might Be Risky sponsorship package is here. Have your ad run on our live streaming episodes, linked in the video description and attached to our many hot take clips. The channel is fast growing with thousands of views and subscribers. Don't miss your chance to grow your business on one of the fastest growing platforms on YouTube. Join the family today. This Might Be Risky. Email us at thismightberisky@gmail.com if interested. Hashtag Indeed, hashtag do the right thing.
Yo, what's good? Y'all can hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
We here, man. This Might Be Risky. You understand people in the building. Alex, what up, though?
Hey, Hank. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Why you talking to them?
My apologies.
Hey, hello. Man, fuck them niggas. In the middle. Chief, what's good?
What's happening, my guy? How you doing?
Ain't shit. Everything is everything. Mary, where you been?
I've been around.
Bruh. Where you been?
Taking a little break, you know.
Break from what? Nigga, your life is boring.
What you wish my life was boring? If my life was boring,
all you do is take care of kids all day.
What? Have you met my
kids? And go to work sometimes and let them eat whatever cereal they want.
I made pancakes this morning though, so they was happy.
Word. I can dig it. Gunny was good.
Greetings. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Early.
Oh man, Ro, what's good?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
What you on today? What you Muslim today or something?
Yes, namaste.
I don't even think that's.
Yeah, I don't even. Whatever. It's your world,
bruh.
Isha, what's good?
What's good?
You gonna stay on camera today, or you gonna lean to the left a lot?
Yeah, please.
Hank, welcome, bro. What up, though?
What's going on, big brother? How y'all doing this evening?
Man, we doing all right, man. We hanging in there.
Why you ain't get a Hank like you got an Alex though?
Hank, what? Did Hank say hi to everybody else?
Yeah. What's up, Hank? How you doing, man?
Come on, I didn't know he said hi to everybody else.
No. Don't do my man like that.
Hey, Hank, I'm sensitive. Goddamn it, say hi to me first, man.
Oh, my bad.
Hank, what's happening?
I ain't got that response. You good?
Good, man.
Right on. How y'all ladies doing tonight?
Yeah, man. All right, Hank. Don't worry about it. They'll be all right. Niggas, Hank. Listen, man, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button as soon as you walk into the stream. That helps the channel the most. I want to say first and foremost, shout out to my brother John the Baptist with a $20 super sticker. And of course, we trying to set the trend. Welcome back, Mary. My brother Mike Brown. I love you. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Everything's everything. Damn, Hank getting mad love. Hey Hank, look, she already soggy.
It's the beard. If I can't get my what's happening, I
That's
can't
the
get a
voice.
what's up.
I never left you out.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Wow, what's up?
Yeah, give him more attention to that. Give him more energy. That was some.
Yeah, I want attention.
Yes.
Y'all mighty rowdy, man. Stay away from that
It's
liquor,
Wednesday.
man.
What's up? What's popping? It's Wednesday. What it do?
What up, though? Everything's everything.
You know it. I'm
Yeah.
here tonight. I'm
Love
gonna be
showed me her
tonight.
J's hand.
I tried to send the police to her house. They said only for emergencies.
Did you send a mail one?
Huh?
Did you send a mail cop?
Nah, she would have tried to fight him.
The most qualified.
Damn, man. All right, we here, man. Welcome to Wednesday, man. This shit gonna be exciting for sure. Alex, stop putting your whole lip in the bottle, man. Your lip all
This is why
wet.
I always turn my face off camera because you always got something to say.
Yeah, like a poop putt, huh? Yo, damn, man. It's gonna be good, man. I'm excited. So, what topic are we exploring today, Chief? You remember?
Do men need to better protect themselves from women?
So let's chop this up a little bit. You know what I mean? I think this is going to be interesting. I think Chief posed a lot of dope questions that we're going to implement in this, and hopefully I did my part as well. All right. Hank.
What's up, big brother? I'm here, buddy.
All right, I'm just asking. You got a bad joint, right? She bad. She 45 minutes away. You got to drive to go see her. But 20 minutes away, you got a little chubby, cute joint. But you know, she on the heavy side. You probably wouldn't go out with her in public, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Shit like that. Shit like that.
But
shit like
she got the crazy top though too. And she willing to Uber to you. Which one you going?
Depends on what time of night it is.
It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, that ain't late enough. Yeah, I'm taking that 45-minute drive.
You take so what? But it's only 20 minutes, and she go Uber to you, and the head game is crazy. You taking that 45 minutes?
Okay, I need for you to come out about 1 o'clock. Looking like that. The description, what you giving off? Yeah, your 1 o'clock chick.
Damn. So you saying 1 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
So you say?
Yeah, nobody gonna see you.
So
said I gave you see to the public right now. Maybe that's what, according to your description, that's what you told me. Now, if that's the case, I gotta keep it all the way right. 10 o'clock ain't late.
Okay, so for the chubby joint with the fire top, 10 a.m. is 10 p.m. is too early.
Too early, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
Between 1 and 1:30. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she only gonna get 20 goddamn minutes, man. And I'm gonna send her ass out with a lifesaver and tell her to be on her way.
She cute. So she
shit like that. Shit like that.
The big girl ain't cute. He said the big girl was cute.
He said this cute chubby drawn. That's what he said.
No, that's not my style. So I you know what? I'll sneak you in the back door at 1:30. And then I'm gonna give me my 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna send you about your way.
Hank, question.
Yes, sir.
How late can she come though? Can she come at like 4 a.m.?
No, because that's too close to my get up time. So no, so she got to be gone then. You ain't spending the night. That's what that lifesaver for. Grab you one on the way out the door. I keep it right there on the dining table.
Damn.
Wow.
Interesting. Ish, I noticed you was shaking your head a little bit. What you shaking your head about? Yeah.
You know, the way that men think sometimes.
What was wrong with it?
I'm just everybody has their preference. That's it.
So you backpedaling a little bit.
No, everybody has their preference. He just not into chubby girls.
Okay, so it's nothing to do with how he think.
Hey, here.
I think that if you're not attracted, why even deal with that person, right? I think that's another level of disrespect to say that, you can come in at a certain time and it's in and out. But if somebody's going to accept that treatment, then that's on them, right?
So how's it disrespectful if they okay with the treatment? That's they don't accept it, right?
You're absolutely correct. That's why I said if they accept it, then that's on them.
You call me at 12:55. What do we all expect gonna happen?
So you're not calling them; they're calling you.
Oh hell no! I'm not calling you. Why would I call a chubby girl? The girl, I'm not calling her. She gonna call me. I'm something to be obtained. So why would I need to call her? She needs to call me. And if I'm not doing anything, she may get lucky that night.
Shit like that.
And if she knows the situation, then the onus is on her to kind of.
That's right. No disrespect. I'm not gonna call out her name. I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna say, hey, look, I got to get up early in the morning. I'll see you later.
Okay. Any other inquiries? Y'all straight? It makes sense to me. Shout out to Hank. He right.
This is very uncomfortable.
But didn't you ask who is he calling?
Nah, he had two options. She gonna Uber to him, Mary. So you know good and well she made the phone call.
But your question was.
She gonna Uber to him. Who do you think made the phone call?
He still could have made the phone call and she could have volunteered to Uber.
What's most likely? What's most likely?
If he was like, damn, she got some good sloppy toppy, she got that guac, I just want to come. He probably, what you doing? Come over.
He got two options. He has two options for the evening.
Which one he calling? That's what you asked. Which one is?
No, where's he going? You done?
No, you want to switch up the questions, but you good.
Nah, Mary, stop. You know your brain don't work as well as mine. Relax.
Actually, it does.
2 + 6. Exactly. Yeah.
Put him in the fucking bed. Put him out of here. Come on.
Always laugh first. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, man. Shit me.
With that one.
I do want to know why Daddy said it was uncomfortable though.
Because I just like to highlight something that was very evident when Hamp posed the question. The ladies were like, "Oh, I can't wait to hear what Hank has to say." And then as soon as he started speaking and expressing himself, you could notice a change in the facial expression from the women, and it started to be very uncomfortable because Hank was expressing himself and being honest about what he wanted and didn't want. It was just something that I noticed, how the mood just shifted, like all of a sudden.
Do you know what we were making faces at? I feel like everybody might have had a different reason to make a face. So to presume that everybody was making a face for the same reason, that would be incorrect.
Yes. Ask the question.
If it don't take up too much time, I'll be interested to hear y'all opinions about that.
Right. I would too.
At first, I was thinking that he got to be really hitting the back of something if I'm going to Uber to somebody.
Hey, Hamp, ask each the question, Hamp.
Nah, I already know. I had to stop this nigga from jumping off one of the buildings at school. He was fucking with each. Run his head around, man.
But nobody noticed the facial expressions changing. Nobody noticed that.
I don't think nothing's wrong with what he said. I don't think nothing's wrong with what he said because I've let ugly niggas take me out that I'm not attracted to. So I don't think nothing's wrong with what he said.
Hold on. Well, did you let ugly niggas smash that you wasn't attracted to?
I got head from somebody I wasn't.
Probably.
Mary, hold on.
Like, but
Mary. Did you let ugly niggas smash that you weren't attracted to?
My personal ugly? Are we talking
Mary,
about my
Mary, I'm gonna put you in the back.
You're ugly.
I'm just telling you, I can't take this hopscotch shit.
How is it hop? Gosh, I'm answering your question.
Okay, answer it.
I'm saying I've let mediocre niggas hit, like not, you know what I mean? I'm not no bottom of the barrel ass, dusty ass niggas with yellow teeth and fucked up, you know, like no. I don't know what kind of ugly you're talking about.
Whatever you think is
Mary, do you have a definition of ugly, personally?
Everybody does.
No, do you?
Yeah, if I think you ugly, you ugly.
Have you let ugly Negroes smash?
No, that's why I said, is it him?
Okay, that's the answer to the question.
All right. Y'all making a little bit of a mess.
Hemp said, no.
All right, yo, I'm gonna tell y'all, yeah, be a little bit more organized. Mary, have you let ugly niggas smash that you also weren't attracted to?
No.
You know what you talking about, man? Bro,
I said no.
yeah. It's fine. I can't take it. Bro.
Yes.
What you think about Hank's understanding and answer to the question?
I think it was clear, direct, and when Isha asked a clarifying question about him, they having an understanding, she understood that that's what she's there for. So I respect that.
And you understand his choice and the reason why also? So you agree 10 p.m. is too early for her?
Yeah, because she ain't going nowhere. She going in to do her job, and they gonna do what they do, and then it's time to go home.
But you agree she can't come over at 10 p.m. because she's not attractive enough to come over at 10 p.m.
Real talk. I mean, sometimes niggas can't come to my house, or I've heard men say that they don't even allow those type of women to come to their house and meet them somewhere, or they go to their house
because they ugly.
Right. They there for a reason. They'll have sex with them in the car. They'll have sex with them. Yeah, no, they don't go to no house. No.
Okay. Go ahead, Ish.
I was gonna say, or they could give them money with the expectation, like you can't expect nothing. This was paid pussy. Get out my face.
Wow.
I had a man tell me that he does that to women.
Okay. Alex, what say you about Hank's answer?
I mean, he said what he said. My question, I made my face up and just wondering, like, what do you say to the woman? Like, all right, you just coming for this, and then afterwards you got to go. Like, if you're okay, you spending that money to come out here, that's fine. But after it's done, you feel like what you about to do. Like, how does that conversation work?
I mean, I'll straight up tell him, you know what it is. I'm just coming over to get my nut off. I mean, that's what it is. I'm coming over to get me some, and I'm done.
But Hank, how do you go about kicking her out, though?
Oh, I thought I said it, but yeah, I gotta early morning. I gotta go to work in the morning, so I'm gonna catch you later.
But what I'm saying is, like, do you clarify in the beginning? You coming over to do this, but afterwards you gotta go, or do you say
yes. No, you're not spending the night. you don't have that right. You don't bring a toothbrush. Don't bring anything. Don't bring no drawers. Nothing. If you need a warm rag, you could take a horse bath. But you're not staying the night in my bed. You're done.
I don't know, Alex, if you ever
like that, shit like that, shit like
man, but that's how they are.
I'm not disagreeing, but I always wonder how that conversation goes.
Alex, let me ask a better question. When you was outside, the last time you got kicked out, what did he say to you?
It's never been a situation.
Okay.
Stand your ground.
Okay. Love, what say you about Hank's answer?
That's that man's answer. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if she knows what it is, I hear feedback. I'm not sure if it's only me, but if she knows what it is, it is what it is. I mean, I'm like Alex. Like, did she know beforehand, or you hit her with the honey bun and be like, hit her with like, you know, you can't stay right after you get your nut off. So it's more about logistics. I'm a process person, so I was making faces for that reason.
But you know, even if I told her then, you know, if she kept coming back, she already knows eventually you're gonna get the deal.
It must be good for her to sit there and want to and not mind that. That's
I'm a blessing.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm trying to get
blessing for 20 goddamn minutes. That's all she gonna get.
But I was wondering, like, it must be great. It must be hitting the walls. That's how
for 20 minutes. That's all she gets.
20 minutes.
20 minutes is a lifetime.
20 minutes.
20 minutes is a long goddamn time if you really do it. And you ever been in a fight? You be thinking it's a lifetime. It'd be 26 seconds.
Well, anyway, it's too early to get in that part of the conversation. But okay, I hear you. But again, that was my sentiment.
So why'd you make that face?
Mm-hmm. I was thinking thoughts like, well, I had a lot of thoughts, right?
And I know you did.
And
Man, but do y'all really want to stay though? I be feeling like y'all be trying to get up out of there too. Like, come and get yours and slide. Like, y'all don't be really wanting to stay and cuddle. Just set the stage.
Exactly.
On some real shit. My shit used to be all right. Like, I would text AIGHT ? And she'd come, we'd get it smacking, and she would leave. And why I did that is because we would get it smacking. I'd jump in the shower. She'd be like, I'm leaving. I'd be like, all right. And that was the basis of how it all went down. She knew what time it was.
The tone beforehand, because some women feel like he likes me, he's calling me over. Like, some women do want to stay, but I think you got to know who you're dealing with.
Alex, 1 in the morning.
You got to know who you're dealing with.
We're not there to Netflix and chill. We just
okay. So let me hit you with this one, Hank. When you go to the joint that's 45 minutes away, you staying a little bit longer, get a couple cuddles in before you slide, or you going to smash and you sliding out?
Look, if I'm going 45 minutes, I might stay tonight if she allowed to.
Because I might a bad joint anyway, so all right.
I might want to catch a rematch in the morning.
Yeah, if I drive 45 minutes, I'm definitely sleeping over.
So
Is the
the chubby chick getting oral sex?
Getting,
yeah. Like, is it reciprocated?
Look,
how about that?
You heard Hank? She get hard dicks and lifesavers. What you talking about?
Come on,
Did you take me off screen, guys?
Yes, man, you ask some foolish questions.
Because I'm trying to figure out why she coming over there.
She coming over to give top. That's what she coming over for. Mike Brown with the $2. Hold on. Mike Brown with the $2 super chat. All the ladies were the 45-minute chick. Is that what you said? Is he saying, are all of you guys the 45? This nigga typing like a slave.
I was saying, like, we was never the chick that got, like, you know.
Hold on. Mike, you typing like a slave, bro. Wake up, man. Wake them fat ass fingers up. Clarify this question. What'd you say, Mary?
He's saying, like, we're all of us the 45-minute chick. Like, were we never the ones that were getting fucked and ducked?
Oh, I can tell you that. No, y'all weren't.
I think we probably didn't put ourselves in a situation to be the person that was begging for. I'm not begging for no penis. I'm sorry. I'm not. Absolutely. There's too many people handing out penis, eating ass, and all this other shit for me to be begging for somebody. I'm gonna pay money. Hell no.
So Ish, you ain't never pulled up in the crib, got something slid immediately?
I did that to somebody, yes. And he caught, like, what the fuck? He still talk about it to this day because I was done at that point. I just wanted to get my rocks off and go home. But I'm not definitely, I'll drive over there if you can just, knock me out. I just want to, I ain't doing all that shit.
Tell me to call when I make it in the house too. Exactly. And when I don't call, they're going to get mad. That's the way it goes.
They tell you to call. If you was a slide, he tells you to call when you make it in the house?
That's the point. I was never a slide. That's the point.
That's the gentleman-like thing to do, Ham.
I go in, I do
Never.
and go home.
Text me when you get home. Text me when you get home.
Let Bub talk some sense into y'all. Go ahead, Bub.
Never. I'm not telling you shit. If you just so happen to make it like home, good for you. But I'm not telling you to call me, text me, nothing.
Wow.
Especially if you the slide. No, that's out. I see you the next time I see you. If I see you. Word.
That's funny.
I ain't never had nobody treat me like that. Unless we equally just on the same type
of I'm gonna be serious though, man. Yo, when I was outside a long time ago, right. I was real like gentleman like with my shit. I was on some Bill Bellamy how to be a player type shit. I was slick with my shit, trust. I made them all feel like they was the number one. Trust me when I tell you. And I don't know, no disrespect to Hank, but I'm definitely going to see both of them things same day. Both of them getting treatment. I ain't leaving nobody unpleased. Trust me when I tell you. Everybody getting it. If it's 3, 4, 5 of them, I'm going to see all 5 in the same day, and that's a fact.
Talk that talk, bud. Talk that talk.
Shit like that.
You's a
Shit
nasty
like that.
nigga.
That's a fact. I just gotta keep it a buck.
You's a nasty nigga.
Yo,
That's what you
and
is.
I just gotta keep it a buck. And no disrespect to Hank, but yo, I don't have nothing against no chubby chick. Word. Everybody gotta get their time slot.
So you saying she could come over at 9:30, 10 o'clock?
Well, first of all, nobody really ever came to see me. I was the one making the rounds. Therefore, I could set the time where I gotta slide out and go on to the next.
Okay, so what time you going to her crib?
Well, it depends on the way I used to do it is it depended on who picked up first. I do everything in order. Word.
Okay, so you get preference based on if you answer the phone or not.
Yep.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like
Man,
that.
oh
Shit like
man. Interesting. I want to ask like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Ask that question.
Huh?
Ask your question.
No, I was
We're
just
curious
asking.
now.
I was just asking. But okay. Shout out to Hank getting that party started. You know what I mean? I feel like there was a lot of capping a little bit, Mary.
Capping on what?
No, I ain't going. All right. Let's get into it. My first question, I don't really have a lead into it. I just want to ask it because I've been pondering this, and I think this might be the best question. But I've been thinking about this one for a week or so. So my question is happy wife, happy life a toxic term? Is happy wife, happy life a toxic term? Because, I just feel like, well, let me reserve my opinion and thoughts. Mary, what you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, why?
Absolutely. I feel like it goes within the guidelines of like men suffering in silence. And just trying to be I don't like men that are people pleasers. So when it comes to happy wife, happy life, you're doing everything to satisfy somebody else. And I think that's a toxic trait for self in general, because it should never just be about somebody else. You consider somebody else, but it should never always be 100% about somebody else. So to make something, just a happy wife, happy life, and it's not even guaranteed that she's making you happy, like that's a no-go.
Okay. So how important is happiness to you?
Happiness is a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
For a marriage?
Yeah. Not saying that there won't be unhappy times. I'm just saying happiness overall, because you can have situations that you're frustrated, that you're unhappy for the moment, but overall, when you look at things, you're like, I'm not some miserable, depressed, in a black hole person.
Okay, but so then how do you bring it back though? Because you said it's a 10.
Right. So it's still a 10. You don't want to be with somebody the rest of your life that you're not happy with. You don't want to be just content. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to know that, okay, I had this phase where I was unhappy, but I know I've had the happiness and I know I can get back to the happiness. So
but my question was, how important is it? You're saying it's a 10?
Yes, because that's always going to be the goal.
But what about, because it can be so fluid and fleeting? How do you, but if it's so important as a 10, isn't that maybe a recipe for a potential fallout or disaster?
Not necessarily, if you look at it always being the goal. Not necessarily saying that you have it. Like people want to be successful with, a wealthy amount of money. That's a 10. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be wealthy. So you're going to work to get there. And you know that it's obtainable if you work to get there. So it's still going to be a 10. It's still going to be top tier to be successful in the financial department. So just like happiness, you do what you got to do to get there. Not saying that it's always going to be there.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, well, let's get some other opinions. Chief, what say you? Is happy wife, happy life a toxic term?
I'm gonna go with the strain of positivity and presume that her being happy is, or me making her happy is because she's making me happy. So therefore there's like an intrinsic motivation for me to do the right thing to keep her happy. So she's doing her part and I'm doing mine. So no, happy wife, happy life is not a toxic term because she's doing what she's supposed to do to keep me happy.
So you're saying as long as you're happy, it's not toxic. That sounds kind of toxic.
I'm saying as long as we both putting in the effort to keep each other happy.
So as long as y'all both toxic.
I mean, how is it toxic to make your partner happy?
As long as I better be happy, and then I'll keep her happy.
Better be, but yeah, obviously we going as a man, you're supposed to protect and provide, so you can provide some things, but she's got to be doing her part too.
I don't think protect and provide have anything to do with happiness at all.
You're providing the necessities to keep her happy. No.
No. Like you protect because that's intrinsic for a man, and you provide because that's also intrinsic. I don't think we do it to make her happy. We do it because it's duty, right?
But do those things not make her happy though? And I mean,
have you seen the divorce rate?
I have.
Niggas still be paying the bills, and she still get up out of there.
I mean, it's obviously it goes beyond just the duties, but still providing can be provisions of many different things.
Like what?
Dick, no. All of the above. Dates, all of the above, man. Dates, conversation, communication, all that is a part of provision, no? Depends on what your standard is.
No, those aren't part of provision.
Then I guess your standards are slightly different than mine then.
Man, I think Chief and Mary ain't giving me that good of answers. Okay.
Why is it not a good answer? Because it's not what you want to hear.
Mute.
Like
love. Is happy wife, happy life a toxic term?
Yes, I do. I believe it's toxic. I just think happiness is a frivolous feeling. It seems it's very frivolous to be happy. Happy is contingent upon different variables and just arbitrary things at times. And so if that particular thing that leaves and you're no longer happy, it's just attached to a lot of contingencies. And I just think it's toxic. So again, what Mary said, he has to be happy as well. And so we should be happy. The goal is for all of us not be happy, but to be content, joyful, productive, valuable. That's the goal. And so ensuring that happens is the goal. But happy wife, happy life, I think that's very toxic.
So what's the goal?
Not happy. I mean, as I said, happy is very frivolous. So, being content, being viable, being productive, a partnership, a union that is producing. What? What?
My finger slipped. You said partner, something like that. Some weird like partner. Some shit.
Union, productive union, and all that. That's the goal. Not happy, because happy is attached to too many things that could be fleeting. So I just question directly. Yes, it's toxic.
Okay. Bub, what say you? Oh.
Definitely toxic.
Leave my girl alone. Hey, lady-o. Hey, girl.
Yeah, that shit toxic as hell. Cause Pete, if I'm giving you 110% of me all the time, and you only happy 50% of the time, that shit toxic as hell. It ain't gonna work. If I'm giving you 110%, and that's not good enough, I can't please you then. I'm really not making you happy then. So either I gotta go or you gotta go. It's a wrap. Shit is too toxic for me. I didn't seen too many instances where dudes is just doing like they going above and beyond, and they ladies or wives is just not happy. They want more. You know what I'm saying? A damn a C class, they want an S class, and so on and so forth. Like, come on now. When you fucking gonna be happy? You know what I'm saying? I don't have that type of energy to just keep pouring into you if you're just gonna keep, shitting on me on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, fellas, married or if y'all just dating or whatever, y'all got kids together. If you ain't happy, keep it pushing. Don't let them fucking kids make you stay. Word is bond. Keep it pushing. Cause she ain't never gonna be happy. And you ain't gonna be happy either. So that shit is toxic as hell. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Damn, so you saying fuck them kids.
Fuck all them kids.
Damn.
Word.
I don't
The
know.
adopted ones and everything. Fuck them all.
Damn.
Leave all of them.
Hank, what up though?
Man, yeah, I don't buy into that theory.
Read this for me real quick.
Happiness is not a goal for marriage, I guess.
Yeah, shout out to my brother John the Baptist with the $2 super chat. Happiness is not the goal for marriage. Go ahead, Hank.
Yeah, I don't agree with that logic at all. I mean, because it's just one sided. So no, I can't agree. I can't go with that. And if she's just the only one happy, and I'm up there crying and miserable and down and sad and angry and frustrated, my feelings doesn't matter, huh? No, hell, this ain't gonna be a good situation. So, no, it can't just be about you.
Damn. Okay. So does anybody that has an answer believe that it's not a toxic term?
Me.
Go ahead.
Surprise, I'm sure. So initially, I mean, my answer was immediately going to be no, and then just hearing from different perspectives, I can see why people think it is toxic. But when I hear the term happy wife, happy life, I don't just think about it being one-sided. I think, and maybe I'm just speaking for my marriage, or maybe it's a fantasy that I'm living in, but I think about, it brings me joy that my husband is happy. And it also brings him joy that I am happy too. Now, granted, life is going to happen, shit's going to happen, and it's not every single moment of the day that you were happy, but overall, in general, I'm happy. And because I'm happy, it feels like for him as a man, like I'm doing my duties and my responsibilities to make sure that my wife is good. And when I'm in that space, I am better of service to him as his wife. So I personally don't think it's a toxic term when you're looking at it from both sides. Because I'm happy, I'm in a better mood, I'm in a better place, so I can be a better version of myself to go ahead and serve you, so that you are also in return happy as well. But it's not just, it's all about me. And when Bub was saying about like the S-class or whatever the case is, also knowing what happy means to someone else is important, right? Happiness may not just mean, okay, you bought me something. Like, okay, that's nice. It could be an expected thing after a while, but that may not be what makes me happy. It may not make me happy that you bought this. Happiness can mean that it made me happy that when I came home from work, you sat down and you made time in your day to sit down and have a conversation with me. You genuinely care. So I think after a while when people are together for a long time, they lose the bit of conversation and they forget to have those sit down moments and figure out what really makes you happy still. Because what made me happy 5 years ago may not make me happy today when life happens, when kids happen, and all these other things.
Alex. So one thing you said though, I just want to understand. You said when he's happy, it makes you happy. So by nature of that, if you just keep him happy, wouldn't you be happy?
Well, it's a two-way street though. That's what I was saying. Like it's not just one-sided to being specific to just me. Like,
the term is actually one-sided though, Alex. If you think about it.
Well, that's why I said earlier. That's why
I know y'all ladies all about inclusion, right? I mean, I know that's what they always fighting for, always pushing for, but that's a selfish statement.
But that's
because words have meaning, and when it's exactly happy life, it's not inclusive with the man. Nothing in there says man.
Understand. In the beginning of my statement, I said initially my answer would have just been no. Then after listening, I can see why people feel a certain way. I said for me, in hearing it, I don't just think about me, Alexandria, as the wife. I think about when I'm happy, I know for me, my husband's happy when I'm happy. Are you good? Are you okay? And we check in and be like, yo, are you happy? Are you okay? And then it kind of...
You don't always know that, though. You don't always know. Just because you're happy don't mean he's happy.
Well, I'm going to ask.
He could be crying on the inside, but he's going to... A man will sit there and tell you, I'm fine. But inside, he's being eaten up by life, by his job, by his career, maybe even by you. And he just don't want to share because he's afraid of your reaction.
But
Exactly.
Why you not being happy?
But
Exactly.
even that comes in with communication, and I'm not sitting here to say it's perfect. That's when communication comes. I am in a better space when I know that my husband is good. Like, you're genuinely happy. I feel that you are happy. Okay, I'm in a better space. Now I'm happier. Now we can go ahead and like, that is off about this. You're not stressed about that. And I mean, things are always going to be happening. However, that's where that checking piece and the communication comes in.
But yo, Alex, right? Check this out, right? We could feel like we giving y'all the world, right? But then y'all come up with these terms like, oh yeah, my work husband. You know how disrespectful it is to say that to a fucking man? A work husband?
Yes, that's not a thing.
You feel me? A work husband? You serious right now? So it's just little shit like that. All these terms, you know, they derive from like us men giving you guys our all, like to the extent that, you know, we can't give you no more.
So let me ask, when you feel like you're giving your all, right? Do you know that's what she wants? Are you ever asking? Like, are you checking your partner?
Oh, my communication is on point because I gotta know shit early. Word. I gotta know. I need all my red flags and signs early. I told you my wife was on a 10-year plan. I don't fuck around. I need to know everything early.
See, I get what you're saying, Alex, in regards to if I feel like most decent women, and again, we're talking about the decent population of women, when it comes to like happy wife, happy life, like that term in general, I can see Alex's perspective in regards to if I married this man because I want to be happy with him. So if he's making me happy, I'm naturally going to make sure that he's happy. So there's not much work to put into it because us as women, that's what we feel like we were put in a marriage to do. So it's, you know, I can see her aspect of it being like, well, if he's making me happy, I'm gonna beam all this happiness and all this submissiveness and, you know, everything that comes in between that. So I can get her perspective of it.
So what happens when he's no longer making you happy? Do you stop trying to make him happy?
I'm gonna try to censor it, and we've been in a space where I'm like, yo, I'm not happy, and then you have to divulge into like, what is it specifically that's not making you happy? You know, do we have to go to counseling? Do we need to check in a little bit more?
No, Alex, but that's not because you said it's a couple dope things, I think, but what Mary just expounded on, what you agree with, is it feels very like as soon as you ain't happy, he's fucked. That's what it's sounding like. Because if I'm happy, I'm going to make him happy. What in the event that you're not happy, right? That's the problem that we seem to be running into. Now, one thing that you said that was dope that I want to make sure everybody heard is you may be doing a bunch of shit that she don't even like, right? So you have to understand what makes her happy. So I just want to make sure that was caught. But can y'all clarify that? Because it's not making sense. Or Ro, I feel like you agreeing with the sentiment in terms of like, it seems very like only if she's happy.
I agree with the fact that, well, I believe that you have to get into relationships to see how you can be of service to them. I don't necessarily think about first how somebody's going to be of service to me. I always think like, what am I bringing to him? What does he need? How can I be of service to him? How would I make him happy? And then I would think, and I think I said this yesterday, I find that men don't do that. And so that leads into the question of what Alex said about, do you guys ask the female what she likes? Is she her love language is basically, is she a gift giving person? Because yeah, if she's a gift, if she likes gifts, bub, then yeah, she's gonna always want the next phase of a Benz. If she's if her love language is touch, she just may always want to cuddle with you. That just might be her love language. And if y'all not asking those questions and you're just doing and doing and doing, it's kind of like you're doing a lot and not getting anything out of it because she's not getting what it is that what is making her happy.
Well, I threw all that out there, you know, based off of, you know, when you got, you know, homeboys or family members that's going through certain shit. You know, they confide in you. They tell you what's going on in their situations and shit like that. Damn, that term is fire and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
You just say to yourself, like, damn, you really did all that and she's still not happy? It's like, damn, like you feel like, we could never win.
But then that goes, like I said, with Alex, did you ask her, do you know what it is that she likes? Because she might not necessarily like a car. You just gave it to her because you felt you wanted to give it to her to make her happy, but that's not what really makes her happy. She might be okay with riding the bus every day, but her love language is touch. She wants to cuddle with you or touch you or...
I hear you, Ro, but we are trained to, aren't we trained to, protect and provide, though?
Yes.
If you know your lady need a car, right, and you buy a car, but then she be on some shit like, man, I ain't want that shit, man, I wanted this. Damn, she just fucked your whole ego up.
That's true. Right? That's true.
Yeah, we got also remember, a lot of these ladies are selfish. I mean, we like my man's story. Some of you have no idea how your man really feels because he don't feel like he's in a safe enough space to be vulnerable with you. He won't tell you a goddamn thing and just hold that shit to the grave because he don't feel like he can be vulnerable with you ladies sometimes.
Well, why be
I'm not
with
saying
somebody
young lady
like
on the panel. I'm not saying young lady on the panel. I never know nobody on the panel. But some women in general, because they want so much.
But you know why be with a woman like that? That does not make any sense.
That's why I said get out, bro. Whatever the circumstances are, get the fuck out. Early. Don't wait.
I think we're having two different conversations, guys.
He will stay to the end and there is no more. That's what a man will do because he's looking at it as a challenge. I'm not going to take this L. Nobody wants to take a divorce, right? A divorce is like an L. Nobody likes to lose. But men will stay in there till they can't stay in there no more.
But a lot of
the ladies who say, I don't feel like doing this no more.
A lot of it is
we're having two different conversations.
A lot of that is timing too, because like Bub said, oh, I done bought her a car and she not happy with it. But did you fuck up prior to that? A lot of men have tendencies to try to pay you off with what they do for you based off of shit they fucked up. You get what I'm saying? So it's like y'all gotta take that in consideration too. Now, if you're dating somebody and you already see that they're selfish and all that shit, that's your fault. Again, that goes back to men choosing better. That's your fault. You get what I'm saying? Because those women, those materialistic women, they're always materialistic women. That shit don't change. That's always gonna be that. So that's your fault. Now, if you've already committed to somebody that's not materialistic, and then all of a sudden you start buying her these things and shit because you fucking up. Now you bought her a brand new car because either one, she's been struggling and she been telling you she need a car, and you done bought yourself 100 fucking things in a brand new car before you bought hers, and she's telling you get that shit out my face. You can't be mad at that. A lot of that's somewhat timing.
I think that's a lot different than the essence of making her happy. You trying to make up for some shit that you did. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Niggas be thinking, I'm doing this and this and that to make her happy, and she's still not happy. When she just
think about men, a lot of men are more attentive than women are to men. Men will pay attention and watch and listen. Women like, okay, well, I'm happy. That's all that matters. They don't really see and watch and what the man really needs, because they don't. Again, you have these guys right now talking about this stuff that, like my man said, Bub said, they'll come to him, talk to him because they feel like it's a safe place to talk to him. He don't have to worry about looked at funny, being judged, or being shamed, or talked down upon, or look at less of a man because he's being involved with another man. So I can't be that with my lady, with my wife. That's a problem, ladies. But guess what? Guess what y'all can do? Y'all can go.
I said if you can't talk to her like that and be vulnerable with her, why do you stay?
And that goes into the conversation we had last week about divorce and men. And I said
let me get Gunny in real quick because everybody had a chance.
Yeah, I think that we're having two different conversations. I think that Alex makes a great point. Hank is making a great point too, but I think Alex is coming from the perspective of a traditional relationship in regards to when the original statement was drafted. Happy wife, happy life. It focused on leadership from the man's perspective. So from the man's perspective, if he's coming into the relationship and a leadership, as a leader, then he's going to expect his wife to reciprocate certain things to him in the relationship. That's where the statement originated from. But Hink is more, and Bubba more along the lines of what we're dealing with now in 2023 from a singles perspective. I think we're just having two different conversations. So if you're along the lines of Alex, you're a traditional feminine woman, you have a relationship, you have a husband, and your husband is going to pour into you and give you exactly what you need, then of course that's going to be reciprocated. But dealing with women now, it's foolish to be happy wife, happy life. So I just think that we're just having two different conversations based on who we are.
It's still a toxic term though, even if your relationship is traditional. It's fucking toxic because it's one-sided, just like me and Hink said. It's one-sided. If you really think about it, even if you are traditional as hell, it's fucked up.
Just
you know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with that.
Like, what about me? Like, damn.
No, I agree with that, but that's life in general. That's life in general. Life is one-sided depending on what we're talking about.
And how
so this is one of those. This is one of those situations where it's lopsided.
Because we're one. So it should never be like just her. As long as the wife happy, okay, I'll sit back and just endure whatever. As long as she happy.
Okay, so Hank, let me ask you this. And Bub, I want to pose this question to you too. Should you be the one to go out and take care of the bills, or should it be 50-50?
I'm all
Yo, don't even ask me that, because I didn't know I already spoke on that.
One at a time, y'all. Come on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yo, I pay 100% of all the bills, and I'm fine with that.
And that's unfair, though, right?
Yeah, so we could move on from me in that lane, because I don't have a problem paying the bills.
And I agree with that too, but that's unfair. Based on your point, is it right or is it wrong for you to pay 100% of the bills?
You know why it's right for me? Because I came into this situation to provide, and I know how much I make, and I know what my wife brings to the table as far as the household and taking care of these kids. So yeah, let me go ahead and knock these motherfucking bills out, because
based on what you said, that's wrong. That's what I'm saying. Based on what you just said, that's wrong for you to pay 100% of the bills.
It's not wrong, because that's what I signed up for as a man. Now to say that I'm doing all this just to make my wife happy, I'm not doing this to make my wife happy. I'm doing this because I know what I have to do for my family. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying.
If she respects
I understand what you're saying, but
if she's reciprocal to that, cool. Let's have, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this family together and let's, enjoy each other's time.
No, so based on what you're saying, that's my point. When we say happy wife, happy life, that's what we sign up for. That's my point. So we can say that certain things are unfair or fair, but that as men, that's what we sign up for. And when we sign up for a life where we're going to pay 100% of the bills, or we're going to do happy wife, happy life, we expect certain things back. If I'm going to pay 100% of the bills, I expect you to cook. I expect you to clean. I expect you to give me sex whenever I need it. I expect these things. That's where the original statement comes from. That's my point.
My question is to the men
to answer your question, Gunner, I'm one pot. That's what I believe in.
Okay.
We all come together as one. Everything comes together. I don't care how much money she makes, how much money I make. We put it all together in one pot, and we do our thing from her.
Are you men happy doing that?
Let me read these super chats real quick. Will with the $5 super chat. Realistically, a person could never really make you happy. They can only make you happier. Happiness is an internal journey. John the Baptist with the $5 super chat. Oh, shout out to my man Will too. John, what up? Leave your feeling at the altar and learn to rely on commitment. Okay. Mr. Kevin, what up though? Mr. Kevin C with the $2 super chat. Hey, y'all been teasing him so much about that Honduras money. He been using American dollars. Happy spouses equal happy houses. Let's do that.
I like
that. All right. Ro, what was your question?
So men that are taking care of 100% of the household, you say that it's a duty. So is it a duty that you chose, and are you happy in it, or you chose it and you're just content in it?
Shit, I'm happy than a motherfucker. Word, I'm cool. I do what I do because my situation too is not my situation is unique. You know what I'm saying? So without putting it out there, but I know the things that get taken care of around my household, and I respect that because the shit is fucking hard. It ain't easy. So I do what I do, primarily, based off of that too. I know what this woman brings to the table. I know she brings to the table. And some of that shit, man, I wouldn't want to deal with that on a daily basis. So if I gotta pay a mortgage, cool. So be it. If I gotta pay 2 car notes, cool. So be it. If I gotta buy oil, so be it. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna live good though. I tell you that. We definitely gonna live good.
As a man, Alex, do you mind if the men answer the question or?
My bad.
No worries. Yeah, it's just better. I don't like doing the household shit. I don't like kids. So every time my kids like, hey daddy, I suck my teeth. But as long as they got the shit that they need, that's my job. And I'm willing to do that job all day long. I like all that mommy and shit. No, that's what the mommy is for. I hate that shit. And we help, of course, like if y'all see, I be having a baby up here sometimes, you know what I mean? And I always have one baby at night, so you got to contribute. But man, like, no, I much rather slave. I shovel shit for a living before I take babysit.
Facts.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Hold on, Mary. I know you guys are just out of whack, so I'm trying to give y'all some time to get back in a good space before I start firing on y'all asses. Gunny, Mary, what say you, Gunny, about Rose's question, and then Mary, you can ask Bubba a question real quick. I know Hank was married before, but go ahead.
And I'm sorry, bro. Your question was, do I accept taking on 100% of responsibility, or?
I know you guys said that it is a duty to take care of your household. Are you happy in, doing your duty, or are you doing your duty and you're just doing it and you're content?
No, I'm just like Bub said. I'm happy about it. I'm really excited about it. It really feels good to go out there and grind and hustle and work and put in the work and just see the results. It really is. And just like Ham said, I'd rather go out there and I'd rather slave than have to deal with some of the things that women have to deal with in the house. Now, are things 100% my responsibility? No, of course not. Nobody on this panel can say that they're 100% responsible for everything. But one thing I do know, and one thing that I'm ready to assume is the leadership role. I'm the leader of my family, point blank, period. And I take pride in that. I do.
Go ahead, Mary. And then I'm gonna get some final thoughts on this one.
Even in regards to the super, this is a pretty general question, but even in regards to the super chat. So if happiness is not something you're looking for in marriage, like what are you really like looking for? Just some kind of, I don't know. Like I guess I look for things that I can't do for myself, to bring that kind of balance. But as far as, happiness not being a goal, I can't see why that wouldn't be a goal in marriage.
Well, it all depends on the type of women that we choose. We choose the women that are going to, and once again, we talk about reciprocating. We choose the women that are going to appreciate us going out and working hard for the family. So when we provide and we do this and we do that and we do that, we know we're going to get a benefit. We're going to get a hot meal. We're going to get good loving. We're going to get this. We're going to get that. We're going to get this. We're going to get that. It's a give and take. The relationship is transactional. We know we're going to get that. And it all boils down to the women that we choose.
But doesn't that have to do with being in a happy space?
No. So one, that's wrong also. Because we know. Go ahead, Isha.
It's purpose. Like, what is your purpose? Generational wealth, stronger Black families. That's what marriage is built on. It's not built on just happiness, because happiness is fluid. And definitely, if I'm not happy with myself, there's nothing in the world that anybody can do to make me happy.
Right. I'm not saying it's the only thing. I'm just saying for it to be like, oh, don't think about happiness when you're thinking about marriage, per se. And I don't think that if you can't find a happy space in anything and you're married to somebody and it's just like, okay, I got financial stability, I got, my kids are straight, I got it, we both got good careers and it looks good, but you don't have happiness. You know what I'm saying?
I can't live like that.
I just think that happiness is not a foundation for marriage, because then if that's a foundation, then it's a weak foundation. Just because happiness is so fluid.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's why I said, like, at some point you are going to be unhappy, but to understand that you do come around and there are things that make you happy. But to say that it's a one out of the many other things that are going on, I don't believe that's realistic either.
So do you think it's a man's job to make you happy?
No. No, I like my happiness to be added to, because if I'm not internally happy, ain't none of this shit gonna go well. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm just not that person. Like, when I'm going through shit, I'm even the person that isolates myself. I don't like being around nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look for somebody else to make me happy, but you're not gonna make me feel worse either.
So that's why I say happy wife, happy life. How it's just one-sided. Because if, like you said, I'm trying to do what I can to bring a smile, to change your mood, but you just in a deep, dark place right now for whatever reason. You going through it.
That's why
now this whole household gotta suffer because you're going through a deep, dark situation. No,
you're gonna have to get yourself together.
Yeah, no, that's why I said I agree that it's a toxic term. I do agree that's a toxic term. But I'm saying
I just want to make sure. Go ahead, Mary.
No, I'm just saying. I already said it. Go ahead.
I just want to make sure Isha's point is well taken. That it cannot be a foundational piece. Happiness is too fluid, right? The purpose has to matter. What the goal is for both of you guys in life. Understanding that structure in that household. Those are foundational pillars. Right, happiness is like wide receivers. They're just Porsches. You got to throw the ball to them motherfuckers, right, for them to make an impact. So yeah, love. You didn't really play football, so you know how that go. You know what I mean? Niggas that play football understand and watch.
I was a running back. I was a running back and I played football, sir.
No, you was an ass back. You was an ass back. You was an ass back.
I was talking about when you said they're like Porsches. I didn't catch
you. Was an ass back. That's what you were.
I ignored it the first 2 times you said, so it wasn't funny then either. So
you know what an ass back is?
I don't care. It wasn't funny.
You know what an ass back is? Hey, Bub, let's role play. Bub, ask me if you can get it. Ask me if you can get in the game, Bub.
Hey, yo, him, can I get in the game?
Boy, get your ass back on that bench.
I know it is. Get him out of here. Come on. Corny joke out.
Yo, y'all corny as hell. Why y'all laughing? Shout out to my man Coop with the Do Better podcast. Matter of fact, y'all please go subscribe. One of the moderators, if you don't mind, find Coop's channel. Coop post it and put it in the chat so we can all go like, share, and subscribe. You heard? Happy spouses equal happy houses, as someone else said. I wouldn't want to be with someone who felt their happiness, quote unquote, was paramount in our relationship. It's about the unit, not one, especially if y'all got kids. Word. Interesting, man. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Hank, make sure you post your channel in the chat. Gunny, I think they can see your TikTok shit. Post yours as well. Bub, I posted the link and I what's that called? Pinned it too. Chief, make sure you post your shit. I don't see the fellas in the chat right now. All right. You heard me, Chief? Big head motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
The least you can do is nod, big ass head.
I did. What are you talking about?
Wow. Shit like that. Shit like that.
All right.
Shit like that.
Yeah, wait. I wanted to go back and just say.
I want to hear that shit. She's still talking too. She's still talking. Look, she's still talking, y'all.
Okay, I'm done. Never mind. I'm done. Next question.
All right, Alex. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
Put me in the back. Go ahead. Go on to the next one.
You sure?
I'm sure. It's fine.
He didn't hear nothing. He put you on mute that whole time.
That's rude. Go ahead. Next one.
Hank told me to do it. He done text me. Hey man, mute her ass. All right. Let me ask this question. Is a man's woman his greatest asset? Is she also his greatest threat? If you go to the hood, you go to the graveyard. This grave by the dollar, this grave by the woman. You skip two. This one might be a natural causes. This grave about a dollar, this grave about a woman. You see the rappers, he's about money. Sometimes they get caught out, but a lot of times these shit be like love triangles. There was this dude, I forget the rapper out in the West Coast. He got stabbed in the neck. Draco. I think they said it was some random shit, but I don't know. It's always something foggy. There's another dude who got shot trying to like go to his baby mom's house and do something. I forget his name out there in the West Coast. Or somebody be acting brave because of a woman, and then getting parked somewhere. You know what I mean? I wonder how, and I'm just speculating. What's his gentleman named PNB Rock? What if his wife wasn't there with him? Would he have gave his shit up, or because his wife is there with him, he can't give his shit up? Cause I tell you what, I'm not going to do: lose a fight in front of my wife. I'll be goddamn. But so, what you think? Is a man's woman his greatest asset? Is she also his greatest threat? Go ahead, Ro.
I think it's both. I think that if you are used to dating a certain type of woman, sometimes you, and I'm talking women that keep you in spaces where you're always financially struggling, or let's just use Tasha from Power. She moved all the way up with him, but she was dead set on staying in that life of selling drugs while he was trying to maneuver and be a better person. I think that she can be both. And I think that the movement and his ability to grow is going to be dictated based on how she supports that and how she moves and what her thoughts are.
Go ahead, Hank.
Well, I also agree it could be both, but like you said, it could be both also bad and good, because you know some of these ladies could put a battery in some of these weak dudes' back and have them do the stupidest shit.
Thank you.
So, with that being said, Will Smith situation, that was a dumb move. It was a career, could have been a career finishing move, but unfortunately, I guess not. But it could have been because he was trying to make his wife happy. Right? That's what trying to make his wife happy.
Shit like that. Like that.
You know what I'm saying? Big hands on this man for G.I. Jane joke. You know, and it could have been a situation. You have those situations all the time where you know you may go out to a club and a woman gets into a situation where you know a man may say something and he you know no, you know what I'm saying, well, she's letting him know, but you know then all of a sudden, well, I'm gonna tell my man's gonna whoop your ass. Okay, baby, is that necessary? First of all, we from out of town. We have our area code. It's 4 against 1, 4 against 2. Those are not good odds, and they all do. Me and you. Yeah, I'm about to stand down and get up out of here and live to tell it. Ain't no need to be trying to knuckle up and who you gonna take? Whose ass you gonna whoop? Nobody? Oh no, yeah, we gonna get up out of here.
Hank, we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not going to mention names, of course I'm not, but we had a couple of women on the panel that thought it was a good idea for men to defend a woman's honor if the man goes to the bathroom and another man approaches your woman while you're in the bathroom. So the women felt that it was appropriate for the man to come out and defend the woman's honor by not being a chump and standing up for the man and saying something to the man as opposed to walking away. That's what some of the women on this panel agreed with. And when you brought that example up, that's what it reminded me of. There's so many men in the grave and so many men in jail because of that mentality. Yes, women are the downfall. Respectful.
I find it hard. I know none of these lovely ladies made this statement. I don't believe that. I think you exaggerating just a little bit. But the situation, what you're talking about, yeah, there's no way. Why, as a man, if another dude's flirting with your wife, I'm okay with that. If I want my wife to look that good where she's good enough to approach. I want that. That's what I want. But at the end of the day, where home is, she know where she gonna come to. So I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna say, man, I don't blame you, but she's with me, and we got out of here. I'm not gonna. What we need to fight for?
Just to clarify on the thing, the scenario was if a woman's trying to talk to your, if somebody's trying to talk to your woman in the club, what do you do? Right. So, for instance, my wife don't have conversations with other men in the club. That don't even make sense. So, if a gentleman come up to her and I'm coming out of the bathroom, it's gonna be diffused quickly, or else I will diffuse it. And depending on how I'm feeling, it could go a bunch of different ways. I can get beat up. He could get beat up. Ain't no telling. Or I just be like, you straight, right? But generally speaking, she don't have interactions with other men in the club. Like that just don't make a lot of sense to me.
Well, as your wife, she should already know. You already taught her and showed her and teach her and trained her. Let her know, hey, this ain't that type party. And if a man offer to buy you a drink, say thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah.
If you accept the drink, that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
Why are you accepting a gift from another man?
Yeah.
What are you doing now? Fuck him. He maybe he didn't know. Or maybe he just had trifling, don't care. But why did you accept the drink? That drink should have been left right there. You should have walked away.
But Hank, according to some women on this panel, you'd be a chump for doing that.
Gunny, let's stop with this some women stuff. Just say what it's because if you're gonna tell the story, please tell it accurately, okay?
I'm telling the story accurately. I'm telling the story accurately without calling out love directly. Because that's not what y'all want me to do, right?
This might be.
You don't want me to call love out directly because love says that's a chump move.
That's my buddy up there. I know my buddy didn't do that.
Go ahead, Alex.
You're gonna say something. Let's not go ahead and speak in code. Just say who you need to say, what you need to say to. Just do that. That's first of all. Second of all, you are the gentleman that wanted to go and have a little chit chat every time someone went ahead and spoke to your woman. That's what
That's not. That's not. Cam, I think you need to rewind the tape and play it again. That's not. That wasn't the scenario.
So what?
Chilla, what you think, brother?
Gunny, I suffer from selective memory too, Gunny.
So let me clear it up a little bit for the viewers, people listening, Hank and all that. So we gave Gunny the same scenario. If he go to the bathroom and he come out, his wife having a conversation. One, Gunny said that conversation only lasts 10 to 15 seconds. So he feel kind of how I feel. He just didn't want to say it. That's how I think. 10 to 15 seconds, shit. But then what they meant just now, Hank, was that Gunny said he would pull his wife away. He not trying to have an argument with the man. It's not on him. If his wife chose to engage for longer than he deemed necessary, he would go to the car and have a conversation to set it straight. But then, then the ladies joked and said, well, goddamn, how many times y'all gonna go to the car every time she have a conversation? He said they told him he better wear his Fitbit as much as he going to the car. So that's the synopsis of that. I think I'm more on par, I think.
And that's why you're the moderator, Hamp.
Thank you for providing that clarity, Hamp, because that was some crap. But thank you.
But no, hold on. I like smoke now. So, Gunny, what was it that Love said exactly?
No, she said it's a chump move. It's a chump move if you don't defend the woman's honor. And I think that I thought then, and I think now that that's just nonsense. Defending your own woman's honor from what? From one, and based on what Chief said, Love, I'm gonna give you a chance to speak. Based on what Chief said a couple of weeks ago too, it's already known Hink alluded to it earlier. It's already known what's appropriate and what's inappropriate before you even go to the club. So, of course, if you walk out the bathroom and your woman's doing something inappropriate, you have a problem with your woman. You don't have a problem with the vultures and the wolves that are in the club because they're in there to do their thing. You don't have a problem with them. Avoid unnecessary conflict and deal with the person that you come to the club with. That was my point then, and that's my point now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to address that, like I said, and probably we're not going to do it right there. We're not going to put on a show for the people, for the public. It's not for us to do. But I'm going to address you right in there. That's going to be a harsh conversation. I'm not going to give a damn about your feelings. Don't come to me talking about my feelings because you didn't have no feelings for me while you was up in this dude's face. So that's a problem. So yeah, we're going to have a conversation. But as far as defending honor, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, so let me be very clear. I don't blame you. Words. None of the women up here sat there and said defend your honor. No woman up here said that. So I wanted to stop you before you went down that wrong path that you were taking down. Unfortunately, no woman said that. What was stated is exactly what Ham said. And so I know he wants us to argue and have smoke or whatever, but I'm gonna be truthful, right? The point was the man went to the bathroom and he came. My boyfriend went to the bathroom. As soon as my boyfriend went to the bathroom, this other dude slide over. And then when my man comes back, I said as a woman, I'd be like, you good? I didn't say fight. I didn't say start no ruckus because I don't like putting on shows, for one thing. I said, but you shouldn't just be in my face and get mad at me as the female. And so you handle it. And how you handle it. I didn't say fight. I never said any of those things. Like I said, Hamp already gave the synopsis. I didn't say defend anybody. I never use those words to defend my honor. So I'm not going to regurgitate what Hamp already said because I think it's unnecessary to even get into that. Like,
did you use the word chump?
But going off, but what going off?
Excuse me, Hank. I'm sorry about that, brother. Did you use the word chump?
I said you're gonna let a dude chump you because
so explain that. Explain that part of the story. You left that out conveniently.
No, I didn't leave it out.
You out here putting batteries in people back, huh?
So what'd you say, Hank?
I said you out here putting batteries in dudes back then.
No, I'm not. I'm
going by what you said now. I'm going by what you said. So you sit there and say, I shouldn't address you at all. No, I should. Because first of all, why are you in his face? Why can't you just walk away? I got a man. I'm good. First of all, he was probably in the bathroom more than 10 seconds. Hopefully he washed his goddamn hands after he did what he needed to do, right? So he's probably in there more than 10 seconds. So there's probably about a damn near 30-second conversation you had. Why? That's a problem for me, love.
Wait. Let her get the floor for a second.
Right.
Let her get the floor.
I'm laughing because this is ridiculous. This is ludicrous. Because
I think, because love, you say like chump you up or chump you, but
I said you did
like, that could. Go ahead. I'm just clarifying that that's one of your, because you from the 80s, so your lingo's from the 80s.
Yeah, I probably did say I did say that you're going to do.
Break it down. Go ahead. Yeah, explain it.
Yeah, let me remember exactly. So I want to make sure I'm saying the right sentiment without being taken down the wrong path. So I refuse to do that.
Okay. Well, let me read these and gather your thought real quick. I'm gonna read these real quick. All right. Mr. Britt with the $5 super chat. Love, it's a smoke show. I ain't heard you once tonight. Well, she about to sound shot.
I talked earlier.
Good topic tonight, though. I got one more, and then you know what I mean? John the Baptist with the $5 super chat. In chess, the queen is an asset to the king. Every move she makes is for the king's benefit. If not, then a woman is a liability. If not that, then the woman is a liability. Go ahead, love.
Okay. So during that conversation, that was the scenario. And I, for one, I put myself in a situation and said, I'm going to come out and say, are you good? Right. And the fact that, a man was in your woman's face talking while you were gone, and he waited for you to slide away. He slid through when you went away, and you didn't say, address it. I didn't say fighting, though, addressing it. I just said address it like you good. Like there's going to be something said. You're not going to fight. I said that. And when Gunny said he would only talk to the woman, I said, basically, I think I said somebody does a chump move. I do talk like that. I probably just say chump. That's a chump move or whatever I said. But at least don't just sit there and talk to your woman only when you get to the car. Snatch her away and take her to the car. I think the guy that waited for you to walk away and then talk to your lady was disrespectful. I know I said that part because why would he wait until you walked away to have a conversation with your lady? And you know that's what happened because the scenario was too. He saw y'all walk through the door together. Y'all didn't walk in the door separately.
That's what Q said. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, he didn't see y'all walk through the door separately. Y'all were sitting at the bar or the table, whatever. So as soon as you walk away, he slides over. That's disrespectful.
Mm-hmm. So everybody understand the scenario that Love was addressing. So Q said, "Dude, seen you walk in, and then you go to the bathroom, then he slide over. You got to address that because he trying to play you." Asia being from the 80s, he tried to chump you.
And clear that up. I'm not from the 80s.
Don't ever say that to your man.
She said exactly. So you're just going to let him chump you. That is the problematic language that gets tons and tons of men killed and in prison in this country. That rhetoric. That's exactly what you said. Now, if you go back to the tape, and if I'm wrong, I'll send in a $1,000 super chat to the show.
Oh my God, we're doing a screaming match again. Roll that. I already said what I said. I said jump. So
I need for my lady to be on par, and she needs to walk away. Love, you need to walk away. I shouldn't have to come out to address it at all. I should have never known it happened.
I never said there should be a conversation. Let me be clear. So you're taking 30 seconds. You should watch the whole entire clip, right? I never said I would do that. So that's disrespectful. The woman shouldn't even sit there and have longer. She shouldn't even take the drink. I'm in agreement with that. I even sat there and said, if I came through and my man was sitting there smiling at this girl, she saw me walk through, like, I'm gonna walk over there and be like, what's up? You good? What's happening? I'm even gonna do that because you can't, to everybody that's there, what's going on? You good? I'm checking it. I'm not gonna sit there and start throwing blows. I'm not gonna sit there and fight. I'm not doing any of that. I'm gonna check the situation to make sure everybody involved that was sitting there showing they back teeth when I was gone knows what it is. There's nothing wrong with it.
You should have told him I got a man, and once you should have
let
it be known.
You should say that. I agree.
The conversation's over and ended. That's what I expect for my lady to do. Now, if she doesn't do that, I need to check her. Because why was your trifling ass entertaining this dude?
No, that doesn't necessarily mean that. Y'all gotta understand the space that we come from with men. When I go out with my husband, if he's going to the bathroom and he wants me to stay in a certain space, unless it's an emergency, then he wants to be able to find me easily and know exactly where I'm at. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm standing there and a nigga approaches me, my husband knows me. So he knows, one, I don't look friendly. I have that quote unquote resting bitch face. I'm not somebody that's approachable. You get what I'm saying? I don't have that welcoming face. Two, he knows that I will respectfully be like, nah, I got a man. But how many times does a nigga ask you the second and third time about you having a man? How many times? Y'all gotta understand that these men do get aggressive. These men can be aggressive. So for you to come out the bathroom and knowing the type of woman that I am as your wife and approach me, first of all, my husband's not doing that. My husband is a fireball off the rip, but I can calm him down. Only I can calm him down. Me and his mama. Only two people that can calm him down. But again, him knowing me, he's not gonna look to me like, oh, why you in this nigga face? He knows I'm not in this nigga face. Y'all can move from one corner to the next corner. There's gonna be niggas all around. We are in a club. I can't walk away from every single nigga that's in here and not have to be out the door.
Larry, do you expect him to do anything?
That's all you need. Walk away from that one situation, and by the time you walk away, he's out there. And now we could go off and do what we want to do.
Y'all be thinking,
I think y'all making a lot of excuses, though, man. That's what I'm hearing, like excuses. About some of y'all like to be entertained because y'all like a different attention from a different man. Some ladies do that. I'm not gonna say you do that, man, or Love's doing that, but some ladies like that attention. That's a problem.
Y'all gotta understand how aggressive men are. I feel like y'all think that just because you're a certain way and your boys may be a certain way, everybody's not like that. everybody's not like that.
Listen.
I'm in clear view of my husband wherever I walk to. I can try.
That's good. That's good. I just I mean, the bottom line is you got to do whatever you need to do to avoid those situations. Nobody's accepting those excuses. We understand men are aggressive, but you have to aggressively remove yourself.
But what I'm saying is,
or you can go stand next to the bathroom. Yeah, because the truth is, people stand there and wait, stand there and nod, stand there and smile, and then situations begin to escalate. So if you are not maxing out what you can do, then it's not enough.
Yeah, but to come out and automatically assume, first of all, the nigga could have asked me a question in 2 seconds. You come out and automatically assume I'm smiling in the nigga face and a kikiing with a nigga. That's not the way to approach it.
What did you just say? What did you just say, Mary, about my brother? You said that he is going off, right? So it's just about the situation and the circumstance. So you better know better than anybody else to remove yourself. You don't have the luxury to stand there and smile. So you better bring your ass next to that bathroom if you know how your husband is. Come on, man. Chief.
No, sir. Go to the bathroom your damn self. Oh, I gotta go bathroom.
Go fall out. You better fake a seizure. Chief.
Yeah.
What you think?
Maybe I'm just wired different, man. Like, I don't know. This shit just that whole there was various scenarios to that. I mean, various additions to that scenario that came through. But to me, again, y'all, you gonna talk your shit, but it just screams insecurity to me. Screams that shit. Like, you trust your lady, you know your lady. Like, I'm not really tripping. If I come in there and I grab my lady and move and like, you good? All right. And he know. And that's like, I'm not looking like I don't ever want to fight another day in my life, but let's not get it twisted. I will absolutely if I have to. But like, that shit is minuscule to me. Like, niggas is gonna be niggas, and your lady, as long as she hold you down and do the right thing, we good. I ain't tripping.
Now, what'd you say? You said you're gonna grab her, right?
Yeah. I'm not gonna like snatch her up, but like, yeah, like, you know what, you good? Like, let money know that I'm here. Like, nigga, I'm here. It's time for you to go.
And then address it. Yeah, you're not letting that shit slide. You ain't being no pacifist.
Nah, but I'm not walking. But like, it was the way the conversation went the last time. A lot of niggas, like, y'all niggas walked up like, yo, like you was in money's forehead. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not what it's about.
No, that's not. That's what B was saying. And
Shut
B
up. That was you. That was you. And Gunny with the 10-second conversation and all that. Like, you was ready. You was ready for some smoke.
Yeah, there's a very short. Yeah, I mean, there's a very short. But B talking about, oh, I might just slap him. I'm crazy.
Okay, you know maybe it was B, not you, Gunny. That was B. But you was a 10-second one. So my bad.
So Gunny was going to the car to have a chit chat every time. That was Gunny.
No, Alex, you keep misquoting me. You keep saying that. I know that you want that to be your narrative, but that's not it. I said the exact same thing that King and Bub and everybody else said. That before we even go to the club, it's not even a question. It's not even a question. But I was forced into answering the question.
Gunny, because you brought up the scenario again, and you clearly felt a way about it, so you didn't go to agent or Love's name, and that's it. Let's get to the question, please, because we're still talking about the
scenario. Lord.
To Hink's point, though,
scenario.
Hink made a point like, yo, like he referenced like his lady being attractive. We don't want to go out with the unattractive girls. And when we bring a lady out, it's natural. It's gonna be natural for dudes to try to hit on our lady. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come with the territory, and how we respond to it is gonna fucking ultimately, like, Mary, you want your dude beating up every nigga that talk to you? Like, that ain't gonna work for you. I'm like, babe, I keep bailing you out of jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't healthy, bro.
Not functional.
Yeah, like.
Kevin C with a $5 super chat. Thanks, but I'm married. My husband will be back in a few minutes. Now, for everybody on the podcast, I'm reading a super chat. This ain't me talking. Okay. Pause. Thanks, but I'm quote unquote. Thanks, but I'm married. My husband will be back in a few minutes. If dude persists, now the husband has to address it, and there might be a fight. Chief, you would agree with that, right?
I would. Yeah. I would, but that's because that's one, because these niggas can't handle rejection. Two, these niggas can't handle in the words of love, being chumps. And when you go to check him or, you know, grab your lady, be like, you good? He feels some type of way. Now he's sensitive. Now you got to bust him in his mouth because he can't handle, you know what I mean, a man coming and taking his lady away. So it happens like that.
Hey, but love, what if the guy you with though? What if he don't say nothing when y'all get back to y'all little corner or y'all get back to the whip? Are you gonna call him a chump, or you gonna call him out his name like, yo, you acting like a little bitch?
Wait. So the nigga sit at the bar and watch his girl talk to the dude and wait until they was done?
Yeah, I'm asking Love though. Would you do that?
So I again, I repeat what I said earlier. I wouldn't talk to him. Like I'm not chit-chatting with some dude while my man went to the bathroom at the bar. It's not happening. I'm not approachable like that, number one. So if they do approach me, like, look at you like, what are you doing? I'm not taking a drink from some random dude. I'm looking at you. I'm not respecting you. Some random dude come in my face. So you didn't ask me that question about me sitting there and talk to my dude and sit there and I don't have to talk about it. I'm not getting approached.
But love, could that also be problematic? If you're not respectful, if you're rude, right?
No. Let me. When I said this, I have a certain face. Like I'm not approachable. I'm not sitting there saying, "Nigga, what do you?" I'm not going to be rude and disrespectful, but I'm not going to be approachable and welcoming.
Yeah. Okay.
And I thought I said that. I'm not going to be welcoming. I'm not going to be approachable and inviting.
You're not going to look inviting. Yeah.
To sit there and buy me a drink. No, get out of here.
And Bub, you see the double standard? That's the exact answer that I gave. And Alex jumped down my throat and says, "Well, Gunny, that's not the scenario. What if somebody approached a girl? Then what would you do?" I said the exact same thing.
But you said you would do it for every time a dude comes up to your girl.
No, I did not.
You did.
I responded because Alex wouldn't allow me to answer the question the same way Love just answered it.
She said, Gunny, would you do this every time? Because there would be men that would continuously approach her. What would you do? And you said every time I would grab her and take her out to the car and have a conversation.
Wrong.
I don't know if I remember that. I think he was making jokes. I think he was making jokes because it happened like that. I don't know if he said that.
Now, okay.
No, I'm saying I think we was frying him because he was like, "You gonna go to the car every time?" So we was laughing at that. But I don't think he confirmed that he would go to the car every time.
He didn't laugh at it. He'd be like, "Yeah, I would do it."
No, that's not what I said. That's the narrative that y'all want to push. But no, that's not what I answered the question the same way that Love did.
You cooked them dudes last week. Now they trying to get the lick back. Is that what it is, Gunny?
That's exactly what it is.
He does it all the time.
Shit like that.
Yo, let me read this real quick. T.O. with the $5 super chat. What's good, bro? She the problem. If she not walking away, not the dude. She the problem. If she not walking away, not the dude approaching her. So walk away, leave the club, so y'all can go pack her shit. I got one more. I gotta read. Bronze Bird, what's popping? Bronze Bird with the $5 super chat. Question: Is would you even take your girl to a club if you know the circumstances?
That's why I stopped going to the club. We go to little low key bars and lounges and whatnot.
Nice little cigar lounge, though.
Yeah, something like where people just, I think, just over the atmosphere is more respectful, right?
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I bring my wife, like, before we had all the kids out, but I'll be DJing, so everybody like know me. So it's a different type of, you know what I mean? Like it's a controlled environment, really. You know. So god damn, man, did y'all even answer the question?
No, because we got derailed. That's why I was trying to get back to the question.
We did get derailed.
Hold on, Alex. You try to get back to the question, or were you trying to blast Gunny?
Oh, I tried to get back to the question. I wanted to bring up an old scenario and not let it die, and he did not want to go ahead and address who said what was said. That is how we got here, and Gunny does that all the time. We will be talking about something that we thought on this rabbit hole, and then we never get to answer the question.
All right, let me ask you a question then, Alex. Is the man, do women look at themselves as an asset to their man?
I think they do. I think women
now, how does it actually manifest, though? Do you guys act like assets?
I think it depends on the woman that you are speaking of. Some women have the ability to help build their man up. You were here, now let me go ahead and let me upgrade you. Let me elevate you.
Question, Alex. Question. Do women act like assets?
By and large, no.
Okay.
Wow.
Why not?
I think a lot of times women just feel that we're the prize and we just settle into that. If you don't feel like we need to do anything else, it's a privilege that you're with me. And because of that, I'm here. I'm in my energy. I don't need to do anything else. Now it's up to you. And to the question itself, I do agree that a woman is a man's greatest asset, but she is also his downfall. Similar to what Ro was saying in the show Power. Tasha had the ability, she had the hustle, she had the mindset, okay, let's do this and a third. But then she was also the downfall because she wasn't ready to let it go. She couldn't see beyond where they were. So there was a pro, she helped him build it, but then you were also the reason of the destruction for the empire that he was trying to build, in addition to Angie Snakes up.
Okay, yeah. And I think Alex hit on something. Love, are women a man's greatest asset?
Yes.
And do they act as such overwhelmingly?
I hate those kind of questions. It's a numbers game. For the most part, yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you think women support their man and uphold him and exalt him and understand that he's the prize and they're there just to make sure that he looks good.
That, and they bear them kids, raise the kids, like all of the things. Yes.
I see you grinding your teeth to even say yes to that. You sure?
You know what I'm saying? My yes, my no is my no. Like,
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
All right. Okay. So as long as you agree that men are the prize, then okay, good. Good.
Wait.
Growth.
Wait.
Huh?
Wait. I didn't hear that part.
Thanks.
That's what I see. I knew something was.
I'm distracted. I was distracted. I didn't hear that part. No, we are the prize. We're both the prize. The relationship, love is the prize, not just one or the other. That's the whole question about the one-way street. The happy wife, happy life thing. It's the same exact thing, but the opposite. So he's the prize only? No, we're both the prize. Love.
So my question is, but we're saying a woman as an asset, right? An asset is the benefit, right? The asset adds value, but the asset is not what people go to see. It's the thing it's adding value to. That's why I'm saying if you agree that women are indeed an asset to their man, I feel like by nature of that the man would be the prize in her eyes also.
Well, your shoulders be broke again for reaching about that. No, because a man could be a woman's asset too. My husband is my asset as well. Like we're each other's assets. We add value to each other. That's why we got into this union, because we add value to each other's lives. If the other person's not adding value, then why are you with the other person to begin with?
Okay, but in terms of what the question here, so you agree that the woman is a man's greatest asset?
Yes, sir.
And you agree that most women act as such?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you don't think that the man's the prize? You think they're both the prize?
I thought I was very clear in my answer.
I'm just asking because I want to make sure this is just yes or no. I asked the question fairly so you can answer yes or no.
Yes. The man, again, we are each other's asset. The woman is her man's asset. Absolutely. But when you tried to deduce that the man is the prize, then I had to sit there and rein you back in, because that is not that deduction that I'm making. What I'm saying is we are each other's assets to one another because we both add value to one another, and that's why we decided to be in this union.
Can I read the definition of asset?
Excuse me, Gunny. It's not one higher than the other, and I think that's where the problem lies. It's not now he's the prize and I'm not. Like, we're both the prize. The relationship, the love, the union is the prize. I wanted to make sure I stated that again to make sure it was clearly stated.
Okay, so one's not higher than the other.
No, because not in the way you said it. No.
I'm sorry, love. Can I read the definition of asset?
You can read it in just a second.
Okay.
So the wife is equal to her husband.
In the value add, yes, because we both should be adding value to each other. We both should be adding value to each other. Absolutely. Actually, not going to change with that.
Okay. Go ahead, Gunny. What's the definition?
Asset. Property owned by a person or company, regarded as having value and available to meet debts. So two people can't be each other's assets. That's impossible, per the definition.
Yeah, that's true.
Fight back, Gunny. Fight back, brother.
Just straight from the dictionary. I'm just.
That's kind of what I think. That just reading the definition was probably easier to understand it. But yeah, I think that one person is an asset. Isha, good old Isha. She's grown so much in the last year and a half of this podcast.
What's good? What's good?
Hank, just so you have context, and Ro and Gunny, Bub might have contact. Chief, for you, edification. At one point, Isha said, even if her man paid 100% of the bills, he could have the audacity to ask her to cook dinner.
Mm-hmm. No, to tell me what to do.
Yeah, cook dinner, tell you what to do. Same difference.
But he can ask, but he can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, he had audacity to ask, like, how dare you ask me to?
I'll be goddamn.
I just want to show you how far she has come. I don't want it to be focused
Isha's
on
come
that.
a long way. Salute to Isha.
That's each other past. So her mindset's changed. Is that what you're saying?
It's been renewed.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Delivered.
So, is a woman her man's greatest asset?
I would say yes. I would say yes. A good woman is, she's going to be that support that he needs, right? So like your wife, for instance, she's taking care of the home. So when you come home, you can rest. You can get on a podcast. She's that support system for you. So she's an asset for you.
Yeah. Now let me ask a question because I got to be fair. So then, with that being said, if she's her husband's greatest asset, is he also the prize?
And I was thinking when you was asking Asia this question, love this question, and I was like, on the same path as love. But then I started thinking, I said, this is a good man, and he's paying all the bills, and he's taking a little off my shoulders. Yes, he is a prize, and this is my husband. He takes care of the home, and you know what? He's responsible for this lifestyle, and this is my man. That's mine. That's my good man. Absolutely.
Hey, I like the growth.
Yeah, because she was wild way back in the day, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. I had to call HR on her, man. Okay. Mary. Oh,
What? What?
Hold on, Mary. 1 second. Let me just prepare really quick. Give me a second. All right, Mary. Mm-hmm. Is a woman her man's greatest asset?
Yeah.
Why?
If she's good, because she can make his life easier. Would you like me to expound?
Yeah, you got the timer.
She's gonna make his life easier. Men can do everything women can do except have babies. I don't think women can do everything that men can do. So yes, definitely, and yes, he is the prize. Again, because like I stated, he can do everything a woman can do except have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Half the shit that y'all niggas could do, because I'm not going outside for 16 hours a day and working like Bub.
Yeah, facts.
That shit is out.
Oh hell yeah! Okay. Bro, did I ask you? So I want the answer to this question. I feel like it's valuable. T.O. with the $2 super chat. Submissive women are men's greatest asset. Okay. Alex, did you answer?
Yeah.
What did you say? Aside from arguing with Gunny.
I agreed. I said as a man's woman is. Now you don't make me forget what the question was. Hold on. So I said it earlier, and that's how we sparked the conversation. Don't do that.
Fuck.
What? Go back to me. I just drew a blank. I answered you earlier. I was the first one.
And the hell with them HBCUs, man. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Okay.
Camp, I like to just add a little bit of flavor
Go ahead.
we move to the next, because I got Google too, right? And I think that the question may be a little bit flawed, and when you're relating a woman to being an asset, because people can't be considered assets such as tangible fixed assets as in property or equipment. right? And they don't depreciate. So I just wanted to be clear that, you know, that definition in the question is a little bit flawed, and I'm still standing 10 toes down in my answer, but I just think that the question is a little bit flawed, as in
people don't depreciate. You said,
well, it's more like equipment does,
people depreciate,
or
though,
like
for sure.
people can't be owned. Well, they shouldn't be owned. Put it that way. In the definition that's provided, people cannot be owned like chattel.
I'm gonna own my husband. He's gonna be mine.
Yeah, you own your.
In my perspective, you can't own somebody because you can't tell anybody what to do, right? You cannot tell someone what to do.
You own your spouse, and also people depreciate.
But you can't dictate their movements. You can't thank you for the federal government, right, Alex? For the federal government, you cannot own people, okay? And
wait, what do you mean? You can't own people?
Ownership is
you can't own people for the law.
13th Amendment. 13th Amendment. Slavery is still real. If you're a ward of a state, they own you. You could do what you want. Come on.
Your wife is not a ward of the state.
Hold on. I'm just saying. Wait, I'm just saying because y'all want to be too smart for your own good and brought up the federal government. So I just want to say, hold it.
Put him in the fucking bed. Get him out of here. Come on.
Definitely own people.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He
Now
is my husband.
What is Alex saying?
And I want him to own me too. I want to be a dependent. Own me.
I don't want to be dictated. Yeah, I don't want to be owned like chattel. But I get what you're saying. Y'all want to be taken.
Technically, your husband own you. I keep telling y'all that.
Yeah, hell yeah. He own your ass.
So you own him.
You have to sign those divorce papers.
Look at your driver's license when you get married. It changes
until he signed them divorce papers and you file.
Yeah, he own you though.
Yeah, you can't own another human.
You can walk out the door and have them divorce papers drawn up.
Again, in the true concept of ownership, you can't own another human being. Is what I'm
yes,
saying.
you can contractually.
Yes,
you can.
If your wife, you sat there and said, "Wife, don't go outside this door," she can still go out the door.
Contractually, yes, you can own somebody.
But we had this conversation before. But like, I own my son. That's mine. Anything I put mine in front of belongs to me. I own it.
But they have their own free will. But
we
they
all
have
own
their
each
own
other.
Hold on. Too many at a time. Yes, people can go out. People can go rogue. Doesn't mean that you don't have ownership over them, right? So that's not mutually exclusive because people don't fucking listen. You still own them. Now, in terms of depreciation, people definitely depreciate
every day.
Well, yeah, without question. That I mean, that's regular. You don't think people depreciate?
Do people age? Yes. But depreciate as in you can sit there and say per year they depreciate by $5 per year. Like that's how you depreciate an asset. So no, not in the true concept of tangible asset.
Your body depreciates. So love.
Hold on, Hank. Let me chop this up real quick. Okay. All right, so depreciation also comes with wear and tear, right? So for instance, you take Chief and I, Bub, we've been playing football for so long, our toes is like this, like our shit is it's just different. So we have devalued ourselves in some way. I'm not that self-conscious, but when I go to the beach, I'll be digging my shit down a little bit. You feel me? You know what I mean? It's like it happens. Women, when you have kids tear y'all asses up, right? The kid is I don't know. There's not that much return on investment with kids, but you guys produce the kids, so we appreciate it. But yeah, kids tear you up. They depreciate you. Yes, people can depreciate aside from age. You can age yourself. There was this one rapper in Chicago who died from liver kidney failure. I think his name like Duck or something. He killed himself because he was drinking and doing Molly. Like his whole body was done. He depreciated 100%. Hell yeah, you can depreciate.
I was being respectful. So what I'm talking about in the realm of tangible assets, right? Because that whole, like I said, the question itself is flawed. Because you were saying Gunny's definition and then everything he just read. And I'm relating it back to that because that was more of sort of the tangible about getting out of debt and all that. That was related to tangible assets. And I'm just bringing it back around and saying people are intangible assets. So it really can't be juxtaposed in that manner was all I was saying.
Well, how are people intangible? Yeah, how are people intangible?
Hey, let me hit her with something real quick here.
Go ahead. Let me get these 2 super chats and you can jump. John the Baptist with a $5 super chat. And the Lord God said, "It is not good that man shall be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him." Genesis 2:18 KJV. Her purpose is for him. T.O. with the $2 super chat. Love is definitely a liability. Go ahead, Bob.
All right. And this was the same lane I was going to go to because Hamp brought up sports. I don't know if you know sports, Love, but have you not been watching what Ja Morant is going through? He's definitely an asset to the NBA. They set his ass down. All right. So when you say humans can't be, you can't own somebody, yes, the hell you can. All right. The NBA owns Ja Morant. That's exactly why they sat his ass down. They created a contract for him. They paying this man every week. If they tell him not to say something, he can't say it. If they tell him he can't go nowhere, he can't go. If they tell his ass what time to go to bed because he got practice in the morning, his ass better be in that bed at that time. Or there's consequences to these situations.
Of course there's consequences, but again, he's not owned. He's hired.
Yes, he is owned.
He's hired.
Contractually, he's owned.
Hired. He's hired. Well, that just means that then your job owns you then, bub, if you're gonna look at it that way.
You know what they do? You know why? Because I gotta be there at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right. And
if I'm not there, if I'm not, there's consequences to that.
And if you choose not to be there, then you can suffer for the consequences, fine. But it's not a loss of life. That's ownership. Like they owning something, and it is literally yours. You can tell it what to do. They can tell you what to do, but you don't have to actually do it. They can't dictate. Yes, there are consequences.
I'm an asset to them. I'm an asset to them. If I don't update my qualifications yearly, I'm up out of there because I'm an asset to them.
Question: Were the slaves owned? Did they disobey?
For the most part, no.
But did they disobey like Nat Turner?
Of course, some of them. Of course, some of them.
And Mark VC, Gabriel Prosser.
Yes, I said yes.
Right. They still disobeyed, right? And they still had the ability to choose somewhat, right? And they suffer consequences, just like your wife, just like your husband, just like your children. They disobey. They try to do what they want, and they suffer a consequence. It don't always have to be death, but because they own those slaves, they can give them consequences. You have ownership over your wife, husband, and your children, and therefore you give them consequences. It don't have to be death.
But the slaves, since you brought them up, a lot of them did suffer death as a consequence, right? And they weren't allowed to leave. Like they literally weren't allowed to leave the plantation. And
but you see how, love, you see how you this what you're doing though, because you're saying like they disobeying and all that shit. You mentioned that stuff about things that you own wouldn't disobey in theory, but the slaves still disobeyed and tried to do what they wanted to do, and they suffered consequences, whatever the consequences were.
Okay, so what I just said is they couldn't willingly leave. They could not leave the plantation. You know they couldn't. They literally were owned. They were owned. They were considered true owned beings, because if they left, then they couldn't even own. They didn't even own their kids. Their kids could be sold off.
Do you own your dog? Do you own your dog?
Yes.
I mean, it's such a superficial understanding, but it's such a superficial. I'm saying it's not that deep. The concept. That's what I'm saying. It's superficial. It's not that deep. Dogs get disciplined because they don't listen all the time.
But they're an animal. Your wife is not an animal.
But you can own something. Depends on who you ask. Some people consider us animals. We're just.
You can own something and it's going to do what it wants. Your kid, you own your kids. If your
that's all. That's the only difference.
If your kids do something that's fucked up, who get the blame? You, right? Because you own them kids, right? Because you own them. They do fucked up shit because they still make their own choices, but you get blamed. If you're a husband and your wife is out there being a hoe, they're gonna look at your husband like he's crazy for letting that shit happen because he owns you, right? Her run wild when you own her. Like, what you doing wrong? You get what I'm saying? That's how the aspect of ownership comes into it. Because
I think it's just the word is probably hurting her that she just can't get with.
I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt.
I don't like that word.
So it's not hurt. It's not hurt. It's called exploring, expounding upon the conversation. It's not hurt. It's not offense. It is having a conversation.
You can own anything and anybody, and it still do what it wants.
Yeah. Will with the $5 super.
Go ahead.
My bad, Mary. I thought you paused.
Yeah, go ahead.
Will with the $5 super chat. Gunny actually excluded a portion of the definition: a useful or valuable thing, person, or quality. Okay. Yeah. One more here. T.O. with the $5 super chat. Damn, my shit's slow. Y'all know she be laying in bed with her dude arguing about air and shit. What does that mean? Like the AC?
No, he basically saying she be arguing about nothing.
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's right. I don't know. Like you. So, all right. So, Chief, let me ask you a question.
Sir, yes, sir.
Chief been working out too. Okay, Chief. See you. So when you get married,
sir, yes, sir.
Does your wife own you?
Yeah, it's part of the agreement, ain't it?
Yeah,
that's what the paper gonna say.
Yeah. Are you hyphenating your name or some shit like that?
Who? Bugging the fuck out. Nah, not for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
All right. Yeah, I mean, does anybody else feel like you don't own your spouse?
Hey, look, once I bless a woman with my last name, man, yeah, she belongs to me. She's mine.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. I don't think it doesn't feel bad to me if I say it out loud. You know?
Listen, that's so let's be very clear. Having a difference of opinion is not wrong, right? That's the whole entire point of having dialogue. And so, that's fine with the insults to who I'm arguing with, and I'm arguing with air. Whatever. Who cares? You don't even know me. But it's a podcast, and it is to have dialogue and have difference of opinions and different viewpoints.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just talking. Period. I'm just talking because.
Fuck them niggas in the comments, man.
No. I'm just saying, like, it's fine. I'm not offended because no one agrees. No one has to agree. I get it's an opinion. That's all I'm saying. Like, okay, it is an opinion that I have, but I wanted to address the fact that I'm not hurt. The word ownership does not hurt me. Just my opinion of being owned. I just think of it. You can't be owned by another person, and I explained why I felt that. That's all.
Well, it just doesn't sit well with you.
Mm-mm. That's what he meant.
I don't think the issue is difference in opinion; it's the difference in facts. Because technically, yeah, if you're married, the other person does own you. You can own your kids, like you can own other people, and I believe that's a fact.
I mean, when you own something, when you own a car, you own a home, you own anything, you take pride in the fact that you own it. You worked hard to own that particular thing, and you're going to take care of it. You're going to treat it right, because in order to own something, you have to work hard towards it. So it's just all based on how you look at it. You're not going to misuse and dog out that thing that you worked hard to own. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, but it's just like when you buy a car or you buy a house, like you're signing a title with your name on it because you own it. You sign your kid's birth certificate because that is your child, you own it. You sign a marriage certificate because that is yours, you own it.
Right.
Yeah.
All those things you put in work for.
Yeah.
And you're going to take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
You literally sign yourself to it, meaning you're responsible for it.
Yeah. I like Mary.
You Mary.
Wow. Mary. I like Mary.
She's decent. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So we got time for one more question or what?
Yes, sir.
Get it.
Alex, you have nothing to do, bro.
I am tired. I need to eat.
Y'all handing out candy canes tomorrow at work. You don't do shit at work.
That's not
God damn. Hank, she work at a non-profit. You know good and goddamn well they closed every Friday.
I'm busy with the community, with the folks. Okay.
Damn. Man.
Tomorrow's not Friday, but that's neither here nor there.
I know that. I'm saying that she has one more work. Mary, stop, because you know I'll overwhelm you with my wit and intelligence. John the Baptist with a $5 super chat. Men are the owners. We accept the risk and liability. Men are the dominant force in society. Anybody want to address that? He making sense?
Making absolute sense. Shout out to John the Baptist.
Bro, get out the comments. Is he making sense?
If that's what he believes.
Is he making sense?
Sure. Until she leaves you or divorce you. And that really was the whole situation of understanding assets. And I agree with him. Yes, men accept the risk and liability because the moment she divorce you, the moment she leave you, you don't have no ownership. She can get a divorce without you signing the papers. So
You know what I can't wait for? I can't wait for these old cycle of judges to get out. It's been these old ass judges in the way that been condemning men in child support court and custody court and condemning men in divorce court. Once we get these new batch of judges, they're gonna be on y'all ass. I'm telling you. It's been these happy wife, happy life judges that have been fucking men over for the last 40 years. Once these old bastards get out the way, y'all asses in trouble.
Learn the law. Stop fucking females without a condom and signing the birth certificate.
Stop opening your legs to losers.
Fucking ass open my legs. Fucking move on. Move on.
Who put a gun to your head and made you open your leg to a loser?
Stop fucking bitches without condom and signing birth certificates.
Who made you open your legs to a loser?
Signing birth certificates before you know it's your child.
Bro, but you're saying know the law. You got to know what state you're in too.
That's the law.
That's not a blanket law. So you can get accused. Did you see the guy who just had to fight?
That's what I was about to say. What I was about to say.
No, one, you started talking while I was talking, so I was being nice, right? But I can stop being nice, right? So, but I let you ride, but then you kept talking, so now I got to put my deep voice on like Hank. So the man that I can't even stay in character. I don't know how chaotic do it.
You ain't shit for that.
But you see, she started listening. I had to put my deep, sexy shit on. Yo, my voice ain't even that. Yo, in Michigan, did you see the dude? He never even slept with the girl, but she just took his name and he almost went to prison for not paying child support and all that. Because the birth certificate didn't matter. So I'm not saying you're wrong, but there are state-specific laws in terms of the signing of the birth certificate or not. You could just be accused.
I was about to say, yes, you need to learn. But for most states, if you sign the birth certificate, it is an automatic assumption that you are the father. Okay? So in the state of Georgia, for one thing, truth be told, any of them niggas that have sex with females that are not married, you don't even have rights to those kids. You don't even have a right to your kid.
And how is that fair?
That's because you got to establish.
It's not about fair, Chief. It's about learning the law before you do stuff.
Yeah, he's right. You got to establish paternity.
Yeah.
You got to establish paternity. Yeah.
So yes, stop having sex with females because you want to meet her at 1:00 in the morning. You want to suck your dick. You want to have sex with her. You want to turn her around and flip her around, and then when she's
20 minutes, bro. There's 20 minutes, bro.
20 minutes, you can still get sperm through there.
So let me
get access to the sex. Though.
Hold on, Gunny. Let me put this.
That ain't always the case, though. That ain't always the case, though.
Chief was about to go. Chief.
No. I want to put it. I want to reiterate what Gunny's saying in a more delicate term. So a while ago, I put a Facebook post up talking about women and something in Valentine's Day or whatever, right? So my homegirl hit me like, yo, you need to check the fellas about this instead of talking about the women. Bro, no shade, but you coming at the fellas hella aggressive about men not sleeping with women without protection, yada yada. Why don't you say something to the women who are here just giving it up to these raggedy niggas, or who don't make men put these condoms on? Like, it's cool to hold us accountable, but you got to check the ladies. Like, y'all quick to come down on us, but you won't check your raggedy ass friend who out there giving pussy up all the time.
Y'all worry about STD. Y'all not worried about STDs. Y'all worry about getting pregnant, but y'all not worried about STDs.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let them have that convo. Go ahead, bro.
Responding to the comment. The comment said, men are owners. We accept the risk and liability. Men are the dominant force in society. So I was answering the question of the statement. So if you want to claim risk and liability, that is on you, because you are the dominant force in society. That's and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I have to get to work because I have to provide as a single parent. So I will.
Oh, Ro. Nah. When I asked you, could you come? You ain't say you had to leave early. I need 15 more minutes, goddamn it.
Okay.
I got a question for Ro too.
Sure. Ro gonna be in longer than 15 minutes.
Yes.
Well, let me make sure Chief had an opportunity to respond.
Yeah. Okay. I want to piggyback off of Chief though, because Ro, you pretty much gunning the dudes down, talking about some, put a condom on. What about said men that hop in these relationships with single mothers that have no biological attachment to the child at all, but they're in relationships with the child's mother maybe 2-3 years, but then they break up, but now said man is still liable for child support for a fucking kid that's not even his. How you feel about that?
How does that happen?
It happens. That's what I'm saying.
Married a woman or something?
Right, you're only legally responsible for that child that's not biologically yours in case situation like he said in Michigan, or you're in one of those other states, or you adopt the child. So I don't know.
You don't have to adopt the child. If you've been in that there's certain states where if you've been in that child's life for a certain amount of time, you are still liable for child support for the child.
You are still liable, but you do not have. You can contest that and say they're not my child. So what are you saying? You said 2 or 3 years.
Hold on though. You can still be held liable for a child that is not yours if you've been in said child's life for a certain amount of time in certain states. That's a fact.
I don't know what state that is. I'll have to look that up. But if that is the case, Bub, you have recourse.
Gunny could look it up while me and you talking, because it's definitely a fact.
I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole. This was like, I think somebody jumped in and then we just went
I was just answering the response. Sorry, Hamp. I was answering the response. Yeah. If y'all are gonna say you're accepting the risk and liability, it falls on you.
Yeah, I see what your point was. Gary S for the $10 super chat. Great show, everyone. John the Baptist with the $2 super chat. Men are still the most dominant no matter what. And I guess it makes sense if that's what Ro was addressing in terms of the accountability of having these babies out of wedlock, so on and so forth, and them not being taken care of. Mike Brown with the $2 super chat. You don't have to sign the birth certificate. Yeah, we definitely addressed that for sure. One more. T.O. with the $2 super chat. Women love the word divorce. Go ahead, Chief.
No, I'm cool with being the dominant in society. I'm cool with that. But as it pertains to this child support thing, when it's a gentleman who is doing what he's supposed to do, having his kid more than the majority of the time, and is still required to pay child support, that's acceptable for you, Ro, because we're the dominant force.
No. So everybody has a history of child support. I'm not going to go too deep, but the reality is every time a child is born, the state has an account of how it costs to pay for the child, okay? Mm-hmm. And so if you don't have any rights to your child because you're not married to the mother, they are taking account that you have to take care of the child. Now, if you have an agreement and you have a good relationship with that mother and you're taking care of your child financially, I tell people I was on the opposite end. My mother paid child support to my father, who was a single parent. So my whole thing is, Anybody that's the single parent and the parent that has the children most of the time, if it comes down to the other parent having to put person on child support, it is what it is. But if you have a relationship with that mother and you're paying you're taking care of your child, you have them 50-50, you have to understand how to advocate for yourself. Just like she has to learn how to advocate for herself as a parent, and y'all have to come together to decide that the child comes first. That is just the bottom line. You have to know the law.
The courts don't agree with that.
You have to know how to advocate for yourself.
The courts don't agree with that.
The courts do agree with that.
No, they don't.
I mean, I don't know what everybody else.
A woman doesn't even have to have a lawyer. You don't even have to have a lawyer because the court's going to speak for you.
That is not true. If you know,
it is true.
That is not true.
When you go to court, you don't have to have a lawyer as a woman. Being you the plaintiff, you don't have to, because they have that lady gonna speak there for you. As a man, you got to have representation.
No,
unless you're gonna just get straight a railroad.
You know the law and you know how to advocate for yourself. You don't need a lawyer because she don't have it. She's advocating for herself. She asked questions. She researched. She got what she needed by doing those things.
Bro.
You all need to do the same thing.
No, it's already in favor of a woman already. I got to prove that she's.
Well, we got people here living it.
Get custody of my kids.
You know what?
That's what you have to do. You have to prove that she's strung out on drugs in order to get custody of kids. It's automatic in custody for the mother in the state of Kentucky. Now, you said Georgia may be different. In Kentucky, it's automatic for a woman to go get custody of the kids, regardless of what's going on.
Oh, well, I don't, as I said, I don't know anything about that. I was the opposite. So, and for me and my ex, I was very fair. I think we sat down in reference to what was best for our children and made that decision as together. And if y'all can't do that, then it goes back to my very first question. Why are y'all with those females? If y'all know how they are?
Bro, the thing is, it's just a disingenuous question a little bit, right? People hit people with honey buns left and right all the time. When you get in the divorce, that person is your enemy. And men look at it like, let me concede this. I can rebuild. Let me give her that. And we need to stop doing that foolishness.
Y'all do.
Because it's a cutthroat time. And the courts are against us in those constructs with the children, with custody, with alimony, with divorce.
100%.
Because men been conceding for so long. And you got these old antiquated judges.
Agreed.
We need new blood in there to see it differently because they've been hearing it the same way for 30 years. That's what happens to people.
I agree with you, Ham. From my own experience, I can tell you 5 men that have full custody of their children, and the woman has to pay child support, and that includes my own parents. So at the end of the day, I don't know. I know that majority, I'm an outlier, and the other 5 are outliers. Yes. But again, my thing is, you all have to weaponize yourself and be educated on what your rights are and what you're supposed to do and what you can do and what you're entitled to.
No, yeah, we agree with that. But you agree that the courts lean towards the ladies?
I agree with that. But I also think that men need to learn the law and advocate for themselves because you are the father.
Yeah, nobody disagreed.
But the bad part is about it's automatically giving you the custody, automatic off the bat.
Yeah.
So I've done that, bro. I learned the laws. I advocated for myself. You know what they did? Raised my shit. with written consent, written acknowledgement that I have the majority of the time. So that's why it's so. I don't want to go back and forth about it, but that's the point I'm trying to make is the Hamp's point. The judges don't care.
I think it also goes back to, I don't know if it was Gunny or Ro that said it, but being mindful of who you have kids with. You know, yes, women can show access to sex, but also men too. Wrap it up.
Women also trans, though, Alex.
So listen though, a woman can tell you, I'm on the pill or whatever the case is. In those situations, it's every man for itself, unfortunately. When that kid is here, when kids are here and y'all have to go to court, you already know, you guys have said it. Statistics have shown that the court is not in the favor of the man. And it comes back to in the beginning. Be mindful of who you are having sex with. And yes, in the moment, if we're being realistic, you're not thinking about, oh, if I get her pregnant, whatever the case is. But it just always kills me when people act surprised when you've been hitting the chicken raw, and then when she pops up pregnant.
But those same things are applicable to divorce, Alex. No, like when you hit that rough patch, things go left.
Yes, no, I'm not disagreeing with that. So let me be specific. Because I think it does. There's a little bit more covering and it's a little bit more strict when you are in a marriage. But I'm talking about the folks maybe who aren't married, and you go ahead and you get old girl down the street pregnant, and then you surprise going through all of this bullshit, right? We know how kids are. It is a two-way street. I don't ever just think it's on the woman. I don't ever just think it's on the man. I think both of you individually have to go ahead and make a decision, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to protect myself. Because it kills me when people act surprised that someone got pregnant. And
I'm going to tell you, Alex, that shit is just so, it's just the sexual liberation shit that y'all champion and this feminism bullshit that y'all champion. And you're talking about, oh, the woman that you are unintentionally having sex with, that you've been having sex with, and she has no intention for you either. And then she accidentally gets pregnant. You want to make sure that it's my body, my choice for women. You got 30 fucking different ways of contraception. And now you're saying, oh, nigga, wrap it up. Y'all was fucking just the fuck. And that nigga, you knew he didn't want a kid. You knew he didn't want a kid already.
But okay.
But then now he got to be tied to you for 20 years. Alex, your microphone is terrible. You should just wait for me to finish because they can't hear a word you're saying. So you knew that you didn't want to be tied to this bitch for 20 years. And you knew you didn't want to be tied to this nigga for 20 years. But then you get pregnant when you not have no intentions for each other. And now he got to be tied to you forever. And you talking about use a condom. That's bullshit.
It's not bullshit. And I'm
the age rate is wilding, but you know condoms is bullshit. You working that shit.
And it's bullshit that new cases are coming up every day because people do not want to go ahead and be protected. And that goes both ways. And yes, women have abundance of different realms of birth control. That is true. But also, too, as a woman, make sure, if you're not trying to wrap it up, we're not doing that. Because I'm not trying to be in a situation. Now, we know for being realistic, when people are in the heat of the moment, everyone isn't thinking about, oh, let me wrap it, let me do this. My point is simply, I don't understand why people act surprised when you know how babies are. And then with those things, when certain consequences happen, there are a tier of other things that occur. You may luck up and you may get with a woman and she gets pregnant and you guys can co-parent and y'all can be civil. But then there are other situations when that's not always the case. But we have to be responsible and we have to be realistic. When you go ahead and you choose to hook up with this person unprotected, there is a chance that y'all can get pregnant. And that's the bottom line. And that's the conversation people don't want to have.
I'm running for president. Fuck this.
It's the truth.
Sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all shit. I'm going for men to be able to financially abort.
But the sad part about it, y'all, we're worried about these kids. Fuck them kids. I'm worried about that shit that penicillin can't kill. It's gonna last longer than any of our damn kids. Them kids gonna be dead and gone, and you still got that STD. I'll be damned.
You and me both. At my nonprofit, that's what I do. So you and me both.
I'm not going in that naked head. I can't trust you, effers.
You also know, Hamp, that you are able to give up your rights to your children. You all know that, right?
Yeah, we heard that.
I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yes, men can give up their rights to their children.
Why would we do that?
What type of man would I be?
I'm just telling you that, like Hamp said, he said financially abort. You absolutely can have that option. So I
don't know how that works a lot.
Yeah,
well, I don't think a lot of men don't want to do it because of the shame that they feel they might have. But we'll go back to that original statement where at the end of the day,
what about the pride of being a man and a father? I look like giving up my kids.
You're not like everybody else. You know, you're not like everybody else. But some men should be able to have that option, even if it does make them feel.
Those ain't men to me. Those ain't men. Those are boys.
And then legally, you can't do that. You can't give up financial responsibility. Legally, you can't do that in the United States. Period. In any state, you can't.
What are you talking about?
She's talking about signing over your rights, right?
Yes.
Right.
You can, Gunny. Look up. Maybe not in your state.
You can.
No, ain't no way.
But financially, you're still responsible. You can't give up your financial rights.
To your children, you are not financially responsible. You look at the law in your state.
Wrong.
what state we in.
Just because
Yeah,
it's
that's
wrong
wrong.
doesn't make you right.
I know 10 niggas in
That's
jail right
wrong.
now on child support. You mean to tell me they could just give up their rights?
Yes, they can.
So they doing bids for no reason.
They doing bids for no reason.
Oh my God. Put him in
the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Mike Brown with the $5 super chat. We can't vote, but should know the laws in our state. That's for Roe, because she not dating no man who votes for the president. her words. John the Baptist with the $5 super chat. Feminism has distorted the views and roles on relationships. The Merrick Robinson $2 super chat. I don't believe in sex before marriage. Man, oh man, I got a headache. Alex, anything else you want to fucking? Cause Hank, since Alex's organization has moved into DC, the fucking AIDS rate has skyrocketed. So whatever they fucking teaching, I mean,
it's hot. Y'all niggas don't want to wrap it up, and then get surprised when y'all coming into the clinic with all
Why you
types.
keep blaming on the brothers?
Yeah, like y'all, we have to enter you. Like you are the gatekeepers.
Y'all carry that. Y'all carry it just like we do.
See, y'all crazy. And in Maryland, I'm just saying. Aunt brought it up. I just say
Like,
what I said.
It baffles. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, we got to take responsibility for it, but you are the gatekeepers. We have to enter your body. You have the ultimate say. So if he don't have a condom on, he don't get none.
Because you have a choice to protect yourself, and y'all got to stop being responsible for that. You have a choice.
Oh my God.
Or to wrap it up, and you
Hey,
made the decision.
put everyone up. Oh my God.
Accountability is kryptonite.
You direct all this towards the men. What about how about telling your sisters, sis, if he's not wearing a condom, don't let him come in.
That's the same thing for them too.
I just heard you said tell the men, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up.
I said the same thing. I said for women, I said if a man is not willing to do that, you'd be like, no, I don't want that. I said women have to go ahead and take responsibility for themselves, as do men. It's a two-way thing. It's not just on a man. It's not just on a woman. That's for pregnancy and that's for STIs. Period.
T.O. with the $2 super chat. The mother has to agree. I think they're addressing what Ro was talking about. Coop with the $5 super chat. The Do Better podcast. Go subscribe, please. Signing away your rights doesn't negate a financial obligation. You can give up your rights, but you're still liable for child support in every state.
That's not true. I've just
That is true.
Put the link in the chat, okay?
You just gotta ride that ship down to the bottom of the ocean.
Gunna, you just loud and wrong.
I'm loud and wrong?
Loud and wrong, like aggressively loud and wrong.
Would you like to put a wager on that?
Gunny, she put the link in the chat. Tap it.
Kevin C with the $5 super chat. Tap it, Gunny. Y'all know the stats. STDs/STIs and out of wedlock kids are more on women's side than men. Sources: CDC, U.S. Census, Department of Health, etc. Damn. What you got to say about that, Alex?
I mean, that's skewed. That could be skewed because maybe men aren't even getting tested. So they're getting that when people go into the clinic to get tested. But just you have to acknowledge that it's skewed data. He's saying STIs and STDs, women have the highest rate. If you put it back up there, I think he said the STIs and STDs are that women have the highest rate in the clinic.
What about the wedlock stuff?
Doctors.
What about the wait? It's okay. Well, let Love get the floor for a second. So you saying it could be skewed because niggas ain't going to the doctor? Okay.
Correct.
How about the kids?
Obviously, she can't get herself pregnant, so men are part of the out of kids wedlock too. It's a weird stat he just put up.
Not true.
Put the stat back up,
without us.
please put the stat back up. Maybe the super chat back up, Ham, please. Okay, y'all know the stats. STDs and out of wedlock kids are more on women's side than men. So I'm addressing this.
You're saying more than one.
STDs and What'd you say, Alex?
No, I was saying they're saying more than one thing. Like,
right. So I'm addressing the two different things. So the first thing is STDs and STIs. If he's saying there more women are recorded as having the STDs and STIs than men, according to the CDC in the health department, maybe I think this is skewed because men don't normally go to the doctor, especially black doctors.
Wait, Asia,
women don't go to the doctor either.
Hold on. Go ahead, Isha.
I think if most of the women are fucking the same man, that can be true because he's giving that STD to multiple women.
Maybe
so that could be true.
That could be it. That could be it or not. Again, because we all know Men don't go to the doctors as frequently as women. We know this.
And then how about the second part?
Huh?
The second part, the wedlock kids.
The out of wedlock kids are on the woman's side. Again, she's not getting herself pregnant. So
The Isha's point, right?
That's the thing. That was more towards your point, though, right? Because more of the men, there's like, for example, 5 men getting 20 women pregnant. That was your point on that side?
Mm-hmm.
My point was on the STDs and STI side. It's skewed because men don't go to the doctor as much.
Well, it's not proven. You're speculating that it's skewed, right?
I think my point can work for both, because if one man is passing his STI to multiple women, then more women will have this STI than men.
That could be true as well. That could be true, of course.
Then why y'all all sleeping with this raggedy nigga and not making him wrap it up?
A lot of men don't go to the doctor, and so you're gonna
And
find
that's because y'all get y'all pap smear and y'all mammograms. That's a yearly thing for y'all. Of course, y'all don't go more than we do.
So why y'all all sleeping with this raggedy nigga and not making him wrap it up?
Damn. God damn.
Why is he not wrapping it up? Like,
oh my God.
It's a real question.
I want to quote Mr. Gunny. Accountability is kryptonite.
No, I agree. People both sides need to wrap it up. I think Alex even said that. Both need to be responsible. If the man wants to have sex and he doesn't want to have a kid or an STI, put a condom on.
Concur.
The woman also make him put a condom on or wear a female condom.
I concur. I don't disagree with you, but when it goes left and the STI or the babies happen, the finger gets pointed at the man. You say it's okay now, but as soon as when the real shit pops off, it's his fault. He should have.
Who said that? Who said
like
that?
Everything else.
Every one of y'all.
I didn't say
no.
You did not say
John the Baptist said that men are the dominant force in society. I just want to keep clear that because that's what he said. And
that has nothing to do with kids, though. It has nothing to do with the kids. You just threw the kids in there.
It does. If y'all the dominant force, y'all control everything. We're all your
assets. That has nothing to do with producing. That has nothing to do with producing.
Good decisions, bro. That's
that kid shit in there on GP, man.
It's getting it's feeling to me like now we just arguing for the sake of. You know what I mean? Like, so let me just read the super chats because y'all fucking wilding. Ro is being sarcastic because John the Baptist comment. Love somehow, I don't know. Maybe she's psychic. Men ain't going to the fucking doctor, so obviously golly. Kevin C with a $2 super chat.
I'll read it. Kevin C. Thank you, Kevin C, for $2 super
Nah,
chat.
I'm reading it. You ain't read all day. Kevin C with a $2 super chat.
I've been reading y'all all day.
Data is the data. Stop it, Miss Love. Please. Did he say please? Oh, I added that part. Coop with the $5 super chat. Bro, think about it. If every man could sign away rights with no child support obligation, every deadbeat dad would. The system wouldn't exist. You're wrong, ma'am.
I already put the link in the private chat. I don't know. Maybe him can get it to you, but go read the law. Okay.
Mike Brown with the $2 super chat. Just throw any stat away at this point. Yo.
But Tamia, wasn't you the same person who said you used to be like, oh, if the woman get checked, then you don't have to go get checked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And a woman 9 out of 10 times isn't gonna know she got something. Y'all are gonna know first. So that's
what are you talking about?
So does that not go along with what I said earlier?
Right. Because Kent was like, oh, you're psychic, bro. You know that men just not getting checked. But you said, oh, men just assume if the woman don't got nothing, then he don't got nothing.
Let me say something to you, Isha.
Wait. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm about to burn her ass
So
up.
in that regard, are you saying that you said the men know first? So are you implying that the man knows he's burning and just don't give a fuck and is still out there knocking him down?
Usher had 4 cases. Remember
what kind of niggas y'all fucking with? That's
Usher had 4 cases.
Usher
had 4 cases.
That proves the point. You fucking with the same niggas over and over.
He out here riding dirty. Y'all getting on the ride.
Maybe he don't got an outbreak. That's what they be saying, Hank. He don't got an outbreak this month. Usher was out there. Usher was out there.
Find these niggas, man.
Where y'all find these chicks at? Like, oh my god, this is.
Yo, y'all
stop acting like you wasn't a part of some niggas' rotation.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't my husband and my baby dad. You're right. My husband.
Every time she lie, she get put right in the back. Every time she lie about having two bodies, she get put right in the back.
Right, as I'm saying, Will. So niggas just walk around here burning, like, really?
Will with a $5 chat. Wait, so niggas just walk around here burning?
Right, like where the fuck they do that at?
Yo, these niggas is crazy, bro. I genuinely think y'all lost it. Y'all even rule Alex in. She's done.
But can we please acknowledge that there are silent STDs, right? So if you don't have, if men, especially because you don't like going to the doctor, if you don't have the symptom, then you think you're okay, and that's how I get passed along. There are silent STDs and silent STIs. Acknowledge that. And so you could be walking around burning and not knowing. That is a fact.
So how the fuck we know we ain't get it from you? Not you particularly, but the girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you think because if we don't know we got it.
You don't. That's the point. But the point is the major ultimate point that I made 10 minutes ago is that you don't go to the freaking doctor. So you don't know that you're burning because you're not going to the doctor. You don't like to go to anyway, but the woman does because she may have her pH may be off. And she may think she has a bacterial vaginosis or whatever, some yeast infection.
Y'all taking a risk and you're not using condoms.
So why you ain't make them use a condom, Alex?
You said what?
Huh? Why you ain't make them use a condom? Huh?
You're not talking to me.
I'm just in general. Why y'all don't make them use condoms? Huh?
I'm married.
Huh?
You're asking the wrong person. It feels good. No. What I see come up in there left and right, you better use a condom. You better use one.
And listen, after the third time, I guarantee none of y'all niggas move to use
People thinking it's a regular sore throat the whole time they got gonorrhea in their throat. Get out of here. Y'all are in the DMV area. Please be careful. Please be careful.
Amen. Listen, what did Gunny say earlier, Chief?
Nothing.
As if accountability is kryptonite.
Jesus Christ.
That's the best thing he said all night.
Hey, man made a point. You can take that home with you. Man made a point. Valid one.
Yo, man, crazy. Man, I didn't even get to the question. It's Bub's fault, I think.
Nah, I think Asia was wanted to interject that one last point, and that conversation just went. I think she stopped.
The world's problems lay on my shoulders. Yes, we've been pretending for the past 2 hours. Halfway through, I'm chilling tonight.
I wanted to get that last question, but I think we done burnt it to smithereens, man.
No pun intended.
I've lost a little bit of hope for the world after this last 30 minutes, mostly because of Ro. I know 10 niggas in jail right now. I need to call them niggas.
That's their fault.
Because Ro just telling them shit. We gonna go right in front of the judge. They're like, who told you that? They be like, Ro. They be like, nah. That ass Ro.
I want to relinquish my rights. Judge gonna be like, what you mean? I want to relinquish my rights.
Yeah, man. That would just be too easy to go. It makes too much money, man.
You're right.
You know,
and I don't think that men really want to do that. Like Hank said, y'all not trying to really do that, right?
Man,
it would be embarrassing. It would be like, what do you mean? But I tell you who do it a lot.
Women.
White men do it a lot. White men do it a lot.
Yeah, I just a financial thing, man. Coop said you dead ass wrong, but you still going. Yo, I love the chat. These niggas is legendary, man. Damn, man, it's been an interesting conversation. I got so many more questions, and I feel like after the conversation, I'm left with even more questions. Okay. Let me ask just one question, yes or no. Look at Alex. I don't give a damn. Nigga, you working nonprofit. You don't got nothing to do for the next 2 weeks. Man, y'all broke until y'all get funded in the third quarter. Just relax. Damn. Cubicle. So, I just want to ask, yes or no? Oh, no. Who's the prize? Men or women? Chief. Look at
El Senor.
Gunny.
Men.
Bub.
The man.
Bro.
They say in the comments the men because they got the final say.
What do you say, Ro? Come on, man.
Men, that's what it is.
Are you being genuine?
Because they are the runners. They are dominant over society. That is the truth.
So you saying men, or you saying the comments say men?
I am saying men.
Word is born.
It stops with them.
Word is born. It's articulated.
Yes. It starts with men. That sperm, that
I don't believe her, man.
it is.
Word is born.
It's a struggle.
Word is born.
It's a struggle for her to say.
Yeah. She can't even say word is born. I ain't fucking with that.
Say word is born.
That's wild.
Alex.
It's men.
Isha.
A good man, yes.
Hank, huh? Don't try to change. Hold on, Hank. Don't try to change my question. I know that you try to add a good or something.
Man, yes.
Are men the prize?
A man, listen, let me tell you this.
She's regressing. Go ahead. Isha.
Yes.
I said these niggas, man.
Yo, Isha done got influenced by Alex bullshit tonight.
No,
man.
yes, men are the prize.
You gotta put Isha back in rehab.
Right.
The men have.
Yeah. Love, don't let me down.
Both.
Cue the button. Cue the button.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
Y'all funny as hell, man. Damn. Oh man, I had a good time, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Isha, I will remember to turn Gunny Mike down before we get started. Oh man, listen. This has been awesome. Let me just hit a few things real quick. DirectionCYOP.com. Please go to the website. I see I got the hat on. We Major. Bub got the hat on. The shirt with the Unfamous and all that.
Yeah, support your people. I got them in all flavors here.
You know what I mean? The message is always in the cloth, you know? Choose your own path. So the link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. If it's not in the description, I'll make sure it is in the description. Hit that like button for us. That's what helps the channel the most. Check out the merch from This Might Be Risky. We got the shit like that. And of course, the shirt that Isha has on. Good God almighty, man.
Hey,
Took you long enough. All right, put your shirt back down, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you? Made me lose my train of thought. God damn it. All right, that's enough. Your tongue back in your mouth. What the fuck is man? I swear.
Yeah, I'm tired. Come on, you still talking.
Well, you the one goddamn doing your OnlyFans shit on YouTube. All right, man. You know what? Fuck the links, man. Don't hit none of the links. I don't really fuck. I don't fuck with Jerry Springer, but I do like one of his constructs. Gunny. Final thought. You on mute. You on mute. Is he on mute?
Hey, my bad, fellas. Hey, salute to the whole panel. Go to directionsyop.com. Support Bug. Salute to the rest of the panel. Salute.
Word. Ro?
Men need to protect themselves because as the prize, your children and women rely on you to be at your best.
Word. Bub?
Salute everybody. Hey, men, make sure you do recognize that you are the prize, and as Father Day approaches us, don't take no for an answer. Let's get it.
Word. Alex.
Gunny, you were trying it tonight, but it's all lust. No shade. But all in all, men, you are the prize, especially black men. Don't let anyone tell you any different. But responsibility and accountability, I love what you said, is accountability is kryptonite. That goes to two-way street. Men and women, be accountable for yourselves. I don't think we are enough. And like I said before, wrap it up. And if he doesn't want to put a condom on, get the shit in the end.
Word. Hink.
Hey man, black man, protect yourself at all times. Whether you have to get in somebody's Zoom meeting or somebody's customer, get your mental right. Make sure you get your blood working on them. You know, A1C in order. Make sure you do that. Diabetes and heart disease is the biggest killer amongst black men. For men of more mature and seasoned age, go get your colonoscopies and your prostate check. Make sure you do it. Happy Father's Day out there to every black man out there.
Word. Chief?
My sentiments exactly. Fellas, go to the doctors. Happy Father's Day. Shout out to the panel.
Word. Love?
Accountability goes both ways, men and women. It's important to be accountable in your actions. Men and women are each other's assets, greatest assets. A good man and a good woman are each other's greatest assets that you can have. Men, go to the doctor. Health is wealth. Women, continue to go to the doctor. Health is wealth. Self-care is also very important. So is mental health. That's also a very important part of the checkups that we all need to do. Happy Father's Day, y'all.
Word. Yeah, I want to say shout out to that particular skill that Asia has, where she not afraid to stand on it regardless of who with her or against her. I know there's a lot of people out here who can't do that or are afraid to do it. They get caught in the echo chambers. So I want to make sure I acknowledge that. Not saying you guys, I think you guys say what the fuck you mean, which is why I asked you guys to come up here. But generally speaking, a lot of people don't have that type of heart. You know what I mean? Just to be 100% honest. I think if you look at your man as the prize and he looks at you as his greatest asset, I think that's where we could be most successful, right? Because he's not going to relinquish said asset. He's going to make sure that asset is well taken care of. And then that asset does nothing but boost his value continuously. And I think that's how we feed each other. I think in the best way, in the most organized and structured way. Because it's just going to be hard if everybody's everything and we're both in a two-way. It just doesn't work that well that way. I play my role, you play yours. I think we'll be uberly successful, you know? Damn, interesting, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.